Hello everyone, welcome back to Ask a Scientist Gaming, where we combine mediocre gameplay with expert science. I'm Ken Hansen, Associate Professor in the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry at Florida State University. I do photon-driven processes, which means I shine light on molecules and materials, and I try to generate things like electricity or chemical bonds or whatever it might be. I'm interested in it. But more importantly, joining me today is Dr. Steve Lenhert. Steve, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
Yeah, I'm Steve Lenhert. I'm Associate Professor in the Department of Biological Science at Florida State University. I study lipids now, and generally nanotechnology. I'm interested in how biological materials behave at small scales and try to find uses for that.
What do you typically teach?
Introductory biology for majors and nanotechnology as a upper level.
Nice.
Once every 4 years or so, synthetic biology.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that's for biology for non-majors.
Huh. Seems like a fun class.
Yeah.
All right, equally important, what game are we starting with today?
Oh, yes, Excitebike. Very exciting.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Going back to 1985 NES.
Uh-huh.
Calm Down Bronco, welcome back. Presumably you just went through training for graduate school, so maybe first week of classes? Man, Excitebike.
Yeah.
One of the early racing games. It's classic.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I like the graphics.
Oh, next week they start classes. So this is our first week of classes. Are you teaching this?
No, I'm on parental leave.
Oh, nice. The
Oh,
FMLA.
I overheated.
Oh, man. It's going to cost them.
So, but I kind of got, I don't know, I find the teaching's kind of relaxing, so I'm like a little, like, maybe I should have just taught anyway. I call it psychotherapy. Like, you just talk and they listen and write.
No, there's definitely something to be said about that interaction.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm an introvert, but sometimes I need to get out and socialize. So, yeah, I completely know where you're coming from on that, because, yeah. Meeting with students, teaching. Also, it's fun to lecture and rant about stuff.
Yeah.
But also the leave is nice. I mean, flexibility in schedule and all that.
Yeah.
So,
I guess we can always stream.
that's true. Yeah, one of the guests I'll have on in December, actually. It'll be December 1st. Josh Melko will be on. He's a professor from the University of North Florida, and he started doing all his office hours on Twitch.
Ah.
And then eventually when COVID hit, he started teaching his classes on Twitch.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
So he has a pretty substantial following, actually. So he'll be on the stream. He was on leave in Washington, D.C., serving as a congressional aide. So the American Chemical Society has a program where professors can sign up and like go be an advisor to a congressperson.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, so he'll be on stream to talk about that. He's actually giving a talk in chemistry department. So that Thursday he'll be
Nice.
joining us.
Yeah, I really like what you're doing here. I wasn't sure how to like say what my subject is, but because I don't really like to just pick a subject, like interdisciplinary stuff, and you really get you get a good mixture of disciplines.
Yeah, no, we get all over the place.
Yeah.
Which makes it fun. Becca the Jarhead, thank you for the follow. That is an excellent name. I'm going to assume that's military reference, but who knows? Maybe you're just a jarhead by nature. It's totally up to you. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Are you comfortable? You're relaxed? You're ready for questions?
Yeah, I guess. I'm a little... did I beat the world record yet on this?
Do you want to know what the world record is?
Yeah. Wait, let me guess. I like to guess things. 30 seconds? I don't know. Oh,
How long does it take you to beat this level?
probably like a minute and a half, or I don't know what. I have to do 3 laps. I don't even know the rules. Minute 17. I mean, there's only so.
Oh, so you have to beat all tracks.
I beat the best time. The best time was 1:24.
on this particular console.
Oh, that's
yeah, does not work. You have to beat all 5 tracks. How long do you think it takes? To beat
all
tracks?
5. Oh, like counting the ceremonies. Oh, well, can't speed those up. 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
It's 5 minutes and 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And that's by Andrew G, and it was set 1 month ago, actually.
Really?
Yep.
Andrew G.
Andrew G is actually a legend in speed running.
Ah.
Like he has records in it's got to be at least several dozens of games.
Does he teach? Like, can I take a class on this? How to
speed run?
Yeah.
I have a tutorial for the NARC speed run if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I should have done that.
Becca the Jarhead is actual Jarhead. Becca and I'm a Marine. I was in the Marines for 6 years and then the Navy for 20. It's career military. So,
Nice.
Becca, welcome to the stream. If you have any questions for Steve Lenhert, please feel free to throw them in chat. Grapey Grape wants to know, how does breathing work?
Oh, good question. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Apparently it's calming to think about breathing.
It's a meta question.
Yeah.
I like it.
But yeah, there's I guess a whole chapter in the biology class I teach about the circulatory system. Mm-hmm. So our cells need to exchange gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide. So we breathe in the oxygen and breathe out the carbon dioxide. But it's a exchange process, so you have to it's exchange at surfaces. So the interesting thing for me is the how those materials exchange so quickly. Ooh. So there's a high surface area in the lungs. It's a fractal surface to maximize the surface area. I'm kind of rambling, meandering in the. But yeah, how does it work though? I'm thinking.
So biomechanic, we can start from the start, right? Your lungs have a large surface area. You need to intake gas.
Yeah.
So the diaphragm contracts, and pulls down, and inflates that balloon.
Right.
And then you get the diffusion across membranes.
Yeah, and I've actually done like some kind of my own experiments, not published. It's strange. Like if I hold basically holding breath. Mm-hmm. So like I can, if I hold my breath, like, and then it seems like at some point I'm like, I can't hold it any longer. Mm-hmm. But then if I breathe out, it's like I can hold it again for another, 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like there's more, I don't know, maybe it's just psychological.
No, there's a regulatory mechanism. So in undergrad, I transitioned through 4 majors. I started out as athletic training, then exercise science, then biomedical science, then chemistry.
Oh, okay.
And so in the athletic training and exercise science, I learned a lot about the VO2 max and like the oxygen capacity of the lungs and things like that. And you actually have signal receptors that, like CO2, if you're breathing too much CO2, it'll actually trigger that response. And so if you exhale that, you can mitigate for some of that.
Oh, because there's too much CO2 buildup. Makes sense.
So it's actual signaling pathway.
There's another way. I kind of, from the synthetic biology perspective, it's one of the ways I try to understand things is to try to build it myself.
Oh, that's fun.
It's sort of where I find out where our like limit of understanding is in biology. So there's this field now they call organ on a chip. And the first organ that started it was the lung on a chip. I always overheat on this jump. I forget. That's probably the first lesson in, what was it, Andrew G?
Yeah, Andrew G. Don't overheat.
Don't overheat.
Oh, Andrew would be so disappointed.
Yeah, they can't be optimal strategy. So what they built, it was basically they were trying to. So when I say organ on a chip, like usually it sounds like you're trying to build a synthetic lung that you're going to transplant a lung with or something, but that wasn't the idea. It's to try to build an organ that you could test drugs on and get the organ to respond the way it would if you were testing it on a human. And so in the lung there's a layer of there's gas and then there's liquid and there's an interface between there. There's like air-water interface where the exchange happens. Mm-hmm. And there's cells that grow on that. On both sides, there are different kinds of cells, like on the air side and on the water side, it's different. And then there's like blood flow underneath the interface, and then it's stretching. So they put all of that. They built a rubber interface, and put the air cells on the air side and the blood cells on the blood side, and then and that was, it's a little better than nothing. But then the cool thing was they found it really reacted to the drugs the same way it would in a human when they stretched it at the frequency that humans breathe. So that was, Dan Huck, he came here and gave a talk about it. His name sounds like breathing, that's how I remember it. I'm usually forget names, but...
So one of the fun parts about me not playing is I just came up with a prediction based on the question related to lungs.
Ooh.
So we're going to open with a prediction that we just came up with off the spur of the moment related to breathing in human lungs. So the lungs have all sorts of little, what are the sacs in the lungs called?
Alveoli.
Alveoli. So those are basically really high surface area connected network that you can breathe in oxygen and it goes into the lungs and it has contact with the surface area of the body and it can absorb through that membrane. And so the question is, what is the surface area of human lungs? So if you guys aren't following us, click the follow button, get your 300 standard internet units. You can gamble them on this prediction right now. The question is, what is the surface area of human lungs? As in, inside our lungs, there is a surface that exposes oxygen to the tissue that absorbs the oxygen through it. What is the surface area of human lungs?
Are there options?
Yep. So greater than 50 meters squared or less than 50 meters squared. So Steve, you don't actually know the answer to this one.
Huh?
Or maybe you do.
I've heard an answer. I'm trying to convert from
I'll give you the feet. I actually
American.
put that in. 530 feet squared.
Oh yeah.
Greater than or less.
It's not feet. It's one of you ever see those memes where it's like Americans will use anything except anything for measurement. It's one of those.
Yeah.
But I don't want to give away the answer by what the.
So the question is greater than 50 meters squared, less than 50 meters squared. You guys have about a minute. Note you are on Ask a Scientist Gaming, so you're on honor code. Don't look up the answer. Either know the answer or guess accordingly. It's totally up to you, but there is a lot of surface area inside our lungs. The question is how much surface area? Cuddle Puppy. Wow, Ken, 2 guests in a row who specialize in adding microchips to vaccines. Thank you, Cuddle Puppy, as always. Our last guest was actually Wei Yang.
Yeah. He does nanotechnology too?
No, he does. He does computational biochemistry.
Right.
But
you can use that to build the nanorobots, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know if he means to do that, but yeah.
Cuddle Puppy's follow-up question. What kind of dirt bike overheats after accelerating for 10 seconds?
Yeah.
So you want to explain the overheating? Why it's happening?
Yeah, basically if you hold B for too long, then it overheats.
There's 2 buttons. There's A, which makes you go forward, and then B, which makes you go forward slightly faster, but you overheat if you hold it long.
Yeah, and so it's like you got to pay attention to the temperature meter.
All right, 95% said greater than 50 meters, only 5% said less than 50 meters. And the answer is, in fact, greater than 50 meters squared. It's something like 70 meters squared.
If it were in tennis court units, I would have said 2 tennis courts. That's what the units that I...
Greater than 50 meters squared. That's another one that's so deceptive because the surface area is so high and such a small volume.
Is that when you're breathing in or out? I wonder.
That's a good question.
Because it changes. It stretches, apparently. But it can't stretch. Well, I wonder how much it stretches.
No, that's our next prediction.
Yeah.
So no, Cuddle Puppy, I did not know the answer to that question. I just looked up the answer because I was curious, because it's kind of a fun question, and I wanted to know the answer to it. So congratulations for anyone that said greater than 50 meters. You made 1.1 to 1 payout on that, so congratulations.
I'm not sure if so I got to beat each track.
So I think you can beat them in a row, right?
Yeah, but how do I tell if I beat them or not? You just get to the end? Is that?
I
try 5.
I think you have to beat you start at 1, and if you beat it under a certain time interval, you can go on to the next one.
Oh, so if I can get to 5, it's... I don't know if I...
Critical Ninja, thank you for the subscription with Amazon Prime. Let's Jeff Bezos dollars directly to us and our drinking habits. So we appreciate it. You guys don't have to support us, but we appreciate it. It does support our drinking.
That's how you funded the drinking.
Yeah, exactly. It's through... Wow, that does not look good.
The color?
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
It's like, especially looking at it from a slight angle, it looks pretty bad.
I kind of remember I don't know. I was like much younger when I played this. It's
Putting it towards a great cause, yes, absolutely. Us drinking and playing video games, I agree, is a great cause. Yeah, give Steve a little bit of a break from new parenthood. How's that going, by the way?
Oh, great! Yeah, it's really rewarding.
I mean, as long as she's sleeping, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I don't. Everyone complains. I don't have no complaints. I love it. But
Well, it's one of those you never know whether they're going to be sleepers or not.
oh yeah, I think we got a lucky
Yeah.
with the sleep.
And if you have a second one, they'll be terrible. That's kind of how it goes.
We get a lot of predictions too. Like I don't know if that happened to you. With it, like oh, they're gonna. The first was like the nurse. It was like oh, it's a girl. Oh, she's gonna be mouthy. Like oh, well,
That's,
and it was like a mouthy nurse.
it was projection.
Yeah, a lot of projection. Like, well, this happened to us, so it's gonna happen to you.
Oh, Calm Down Branco has redeemed Take a Drink.
Oh,
Well,
thank you.
equally important is what are we drinking tonight?
Finish. Yeah.
So I'd never heard of this beer before, actually. So
I got my own glass.
yeah. So this is, what is it pronounced? Chimay?
That's how I pronounce it. I'm not sure how the monks say it.
Yeah, but there's a link. So Chimay.
Chimay. Yeah.
Just have a backstory behind this one.
Yeah. Where to start? So I lived in Germany for 10 years, and they have really nice beer, and so I like that. And then there was some beer festival. It was where they had all kinds of beers, like different people, and there was one like the Belgian area, and they had different kinds of Belgian beers. But I guess I like those the best. And this one, it sort of has I don't know, kind of a bready flavor to it. Oh, I'm doing the first. No, this isn't me.
Yeah, go ahead and press start.
Oh yeah, but I don't know what my purpose
if
is.
you go to 1 and you beat it fast enough, it'll take you to 2
Automatically.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so so I basically just decided that was a good one. I don't know if it's true that there's monks making it, but I like to think like monks. I don't know. I guess one of my scientific skills is repeating things. Like I'll do the same thing, 100 times, and it gets a little better each time. And it's never perfect, right? It like approaches perfection.
Yeah.
But there's always like there's always I don't know, some way to improve, and so I like to think they've been doing that for hundreds of years. But then I moved to America, and I mean I was originally American, but I didn't really drink much before I left. And then so I was there 10 years and came back, and they didn't really have. I had trouble finding beers I liked here, so there was IPAs were very popular, and that was like my least favorite one. So I figured I'll just drink those and see if I start to like it after some time, and it took like 5 years, but yeah, eventually. So now kind of maybe start with one of these fancy ones, and then I have a IPA usually.
Yeah. Well, these are also 7% alcohol, so
yeah, this is the middle one. The blue one is really. I think they put something else in the blue one, like not alcohol. I don't know.
Well, there's a red, a blue, and a white. And
the white
like
one's
7, 8, 9% alcohol. Do monks drink beer? That is an excellent question.
I like to think so.
Depends on what flavor.
I don't know if these monks are real. I kind of want to go find their, monastery.
Yeah.
See if
in Belgium.
They're probably just like, how like the, Native Americans have casinos now. I imagine they're like that, but they're not like.
They can make beer.
Not making it themselves. Maybe they just like own it. I don't know. But it's possible.
It's interesting branding at the very least.
Yeah, and it just has some flavor. The bubbles are tricky. Oh, sorry. That's why I got this glass. I poured in there and kind of decarbonated. But
Right. Cuddle Puppy wants to know: have you played any of the Metal Gear Solid games?
No, I don't know what that is. Should I? Do you recommend?
It depends if you like shooter games, action fighting games. I mean, what was the most recent modern game you played?
Yeah. Good question. I've been playing this one. It's like idle mining on my phone. Does that count?
It counts. I mean, it's something like 70% of gamers are actually phone gamers. If you
really?
count those as, yeah.
Overheat
I mean,
again.
everyone and their mother plays games on their phone, right?
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, so phone games, I download them. There was one more brick was fun. There was one that was kind of like juggling. These are all phone games though. Yeah, I mostly play Go and chess. But those aren't modern, but they changed with AI.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know, because I used to, when did I stop? I sort of stopped playing.
Should have thought
Video
of that.
games.
Did you know there's a chess game for the Nintendo?
Was it Chess Master?
I think it's called Battle Chess.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I might have had one.
Man, when was the last time? Should we?
Ooh, do you have it? That'd be fun. I wonder how good it is. It probably doesn't have the deep neural network.
I doubt it. It came out in like 1985.
Yeah.
So it's not Deep Blue. Yeah, it's called Battle Chess. Maybe let's do it after this.
That could be fun, yeah.
Yeah. See if you can beat the computer.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so like there's new games. I did play one with my, my cousin or my nephew? My nephew. What was it? It was some shooter game. Call of Duty, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently I was terrible at it. He was like 7 or something. He's like, "What's wrong with you?" He's like, "No, you're going the wrong way."
Yeah, if you're not used to those first-person shooters, they are a battle. Because you got to do both joysticks to control everything. So that's awesome. All right. Oh, Cuddle Puppy brought it up because in Metal Gear games they just say it's nanomachines.
Oh, okay.
So anytime something
yeah.
bizarre happens, they just use nanomachines as the explanation.
That makes me. Yeah, there was a time when anything that related to nano, I was into. Like I bought the nano iPod thing. So I might have to try it just for that. That's a good reason.
Ooh, Bronco had a chess follow-up.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know the your approximate chess ELO rating?
Yeah. There's the US one is. I haven't played real tournaments. Like online, it's between 2300. Same. Yeah, it's 2250 online. Maybe 2200 on the. However, I always overheat on these
You gotta
gaps.
stop hitting that.
It's just, I'm like unconscious of the temperature. We should have some sort of a haptic thing where it like heats up a little resistor or something on my neck.
It's some kind of signaling pathway.
Yeah.
I like it.
But
Critical, I just wanted to say thanks. Say that watching the show has been fairly great antidepressant for me. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. This is my first time watching live. Oh, so you caught the YouTube videos, which is, essentially the same thing without the question and answer. But yeah, we put the live stream on YouTube, which is awesome. May I recommend Half-Life for a future episode? I think it would be a great game for scientists to play. So Critical, my strategy on the gaming is I need them to want to go on the stream, so I let them pick whatever their favorite game is, and it just so happens that most of us have not played in like 20-some years. So we end up with most classic games, and I'm waiting for a guest to say like, "Oh, Ken, just pick the game for me." And the first guest that says that, I'm going to make them play the Burger King games.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Sounds familiar.
Like 2005, 2006, Burger King released these games for the Xbox, and they are better than they have any right to be. They're actually surprisingly fun. So I might force a guest to play that, but yeah.
That was it's an interesting negotiation too, because I'm like, I want to play chess, and then you're like, no, that's too nerdy. We got to play cool games like Excitebike.
I like to mix it up. I think chess and Go would be too cliche.
Yeah, you're right. But
speaking of which, if you guys want to see somebody play chess and Go, Steve actually started a stream, and it is under this name, Tribal Luminescence.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun. So after Steve was on Ask a Scientist Gaming. It had to have been about a year and a half ago. It was a long time, right? Mm-hmm. And at the time, we couldn't do it in person. We had to do it remotely. So Steve had to set up with a camera, microphone. I gave him the portable green screen, and we fed into my computer remotely via Discord. And yeah, you streamed from your house.
Yeah. And he taught me, and then I was like, oh yeah, I can do this. It's for games like these video games, is what we used to call them. I don't know, they're a little more complicated because you need graphics, but for chess and Go, it's don't need graphics.
Your laptop can handle it for the most part. Yeah.
but I like what you do with the scientists. I don't know, considering copying you, I don't want to bite your style, but maybe if I did it with chess or something.
Yeah. Oh, you play against your guest in chess?
That could be fun.
That'd
yeah.
be fun.
But no, it's really good the way you, and I agree with the way you get the contrast too, because this there's good contrast with these games.
Oh, Calm Down said, based on your score, you're very good, excited to watch a machine get stomped. No pressure, but you're gonna have to beat a computer in chess.
Oh,
Yeah, I severely doubt a 1980s NES game can beat a 2250 ELO player.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about. Well, so we have
a testable hypothesis,
an emulator.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that'd be a good prediction. I mean, it must have a rating too. But I remember, because I used to play when I was a kid. I had a little computer. It was like and it would beat me all the time, and I thought it was like perfect. You know, I didn't realize chess was so complicated that computers couldn't. I thought it was like a calculator is going to tell me the right answer.
Yep.
And then I had a chess teacher, and he came over and beat it. But he had these special strategies for computers, like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like closed positions with long plans.
Well, do you remember when Kasparov got beat? He was complaining that a computer couldn't do certain moves that it was doing, and he was super upset about it.
Yeah, like they were cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Which I can understand. I watched that very closely. That was why I learned Go, because that was so interesting to watch the AI revolution. With the chess players were sort of, didn't really expect the computer to beat them, and Go was even more, because they've been doing that for thousands of years, and they're like, there's no way they're gonna beat us at this, and so I learned it just so I could watch them that.
Calm Down Bronco, do you have a favorite opening?
Yeah.
His answer was Star Wars: A New Hope. Yeah, the scrolling text is an excellent answer. Well done, sir. Or ma'am, I don't actually know.
Good question. Oh,
a favorite chess opening.
Favorite chess opening. Yeah, there's right. So yeah, you got to pick one, and yeah, kind of favorite. Yeah, I don't know. I used to play as white. There's D4. I don't know what. They all have names.
Yeah, it's named after players in games, right?
Yeah, but with white, you there's D4, E4, or C4, Knight F3. I played them all at some point, but now I do E4. It's kind of like the same. So I probably D4 is my favorite, and with white and with black. It's hard to pick one. I mean, I have the one, so I'm just basically playing E4 all the time with white. It's, with black, E5. I had this system. I just wanted to see what the best was. So every time I'd play, I'd go look on the database and see what the best player did in that situation. So most good players play E4, so I just copied that.
That's awesome. You're doing manual machine learning.
Yeah, it's like natural artificial intelligence.
Yeah, natural artificial intelligence. I like that descriptor. Cuddle Puppy's favorite opening is Scholar's Mate.
Oh yeah,
if it works.
Yeah, that's E4. You have to cooperate. E4, E5. That would work with my. I play both of those. But then when they bring the queen out, you gotta be careful.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, Scholar's Mate's the one where it's like
the 4 moves.
It's 2 moves. I think. Oh, is it which one?
Oh.
There's that's the Fool's Mate.
Yeah.
I think the Scholar's Mate's
2.
The 2. It's like the fastest.
Yeah.
There's an even better one with like. So there's the regular Scholar's Mate. It's like E4, G5. Oh no, what? Black does it, right? Wait. It's like. White does G4. Black does E5.
It can't be faster than 2 though, right?
Nah, but there's another one that's also 2 moves, but it's like but it's weirder. It's like E4, E5, King E2.
That's interesting.
Queen H4. Oh well, I don't know. It's something like that, and then the queen takes the pawn. Anyway.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
All right. Enough chess. We'll get back to it when he plays battle chess. We do have a science question. What specifically about lipids do you research?
Yeah, great question. Where to start? So maybe I guess what kind of it fascinates me. What got me interested, the basic idea, is that we sort of in biology figured out what cells are made out of, like what chemicals are in there, but we can't like organize them. So it's this idea, if we want to understand something biological, we'll try to make it synthetically and see how far we get. And so we can make all the molecules in the cell, pretty much, as far as I know, all the important ones anyways, but we can't make a cell. So it's a super molecular problem. It's like putting, not making the molecules, but assembling them. And that's in the textbook. That's what the job of the lipids is organizing. It's like makes bilayers, and they do self-organize. When I looked at them closer, they're liquid crystals. Most of them, not all of them. Like the phospholipids that make the cell membranes, lipid bilayers. They're really like one sheet from a was it smectic liquid crystal? Is it smectic? Yeah. So I don't know if you follow it. For instance, in nanotechnology, there's graphene became very cool lately, and that's like one sheet from graphite, which is it's a well-studied material. But so lipid bilayers are like one sheet out of a liquid crystal, and they figured that out a long time ago in the 50s, or maybe 70s. And that was a big deal. And then but we still can't really build a cell. So I was trying to get them to organize molecules and see if I could recreate some biological function. And what happened was, well, there's sort of two. Sorry, I'm trying to think how to tell the story, but somewhere in between, I was wondering, like if lipids, maybe they could do some things that the proteins are thought to do. So molecular recognition is one of the main things proteins are get the credit for, like receptors. So there's they have a certain shape and they can bind a drug or a signaling molecule. And so I had this paper recently where we're surprisingly lipids or lipid-like molecules. They can also recognize other molecules in a supramolecular way. That's the difference, because we usually think of proteins and molecules individually, but if you mix the lipids together in a certain way, they self-organize and make a supramolecular structure that can, which in supramolecular chemistry, it's not that unknown. There's like molecular capsules and things that can recognize other molecules very specifically. Or selectively, I guess they prefer. So I don't know. Now it's kind of, I guess I've discovered organic chemistry.
Yeah, makes sense.
But it's ironic because it's sort of separated. So if you tell a biologist that, they're like, "Oh, that's organic chemistry. That's not biology." But the word organic chemistry came from like chemistry of organisms.
Yeah.
And it just kind of turned into chemistry and organic solvents, and biology's more. Biochemistry is like biology, it's chemistry in water.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to think, what about maybe the lipids are the organic phase of the cell?
Yeah. And you get unique reactions in organic versus aqueous, and yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
it's a fun way to think about it. Tropical Cyclone, thank you for the 1 nanobit. We appreciate that.
Oh, they have nanobits?
No, they don't. It's 1 bit, and they said nanobit. So we'll take a Tropical Cyclone.
Yeah,
and Cuddle Puppy's right. That's a regular bit, you liar.
That's a billion nanobits.
Yeah.
Thank you for the billion nanobits.
Cheers for bits. Thank you for joining us, Tropical Cyclone. That's fun. Cuddle Puppy wants to know, how long do you think it'll take for lab-grown meat as a viable alternative to the real thing?
Oh, yeah, that's also great. So that's a commercial question. I mean, they can, as far as I know, they can make it. It's just, is it economically viable? Which something I didn't realize. A lot of ideas seem like, oh, we could do this way better, but then it doesn't work because it was more expensive. It was one of my advisors or mentors was, I don't know, from Harold Fuchs. He was was like on German TV or something. He said there was, I guess it's a cliche that I hadn't heard in physics, where it's that we can turn lead into gold, but it's not economical.
Yep.
So I guess the question, yeah, and that's, I guess, part of the question is like viable. So when would it be? Because yeah, it does seem expensive to grow animals.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not viable now. To be honest,
I mean, I think it's getting there. Like it's faster than Moore's law, the price that it's been dropping.
Oh, you've seen it?
It's been going down a lot. It went from like $300 for a burger to like a $10 burger in like 2 years or something.
I heard the taste is maybe not optimal.
And they're doing all sorts of things, like they add iron to it intentionally to make it feel like or taste like blood more and things like that. But I'm genuinely excited because like, you could genetically engineer your lab-grown meat.
Yeah.
Like you could have a glowing hamburger or a hamburger that has mango flavor spliced into it. Like, there's nothing stopping us from doing that.
Sure.
So, I don't know. Should I invest in lab-grown meat NFTs?
Yeah. Do I get sued if I give bad financial advice?
Well, you can give advice, and we'll say, do not take financial advice from us.
Yeah. Actually, you could probably do pretty well if you... Like I buy stocks and stuff, and as soon as I buy them, they always drop like 50% immediately.
So whatever Steve buys,
you just buy the opposite, and then I keep them for a long time. Then they go up eventually. It's just like my timing's really bad because I don't know. I guess there's the pump and dump, but I don't know if I'm a sucker for that.
Yeah.
But and yeah, I don't know about the. What are they? Non-fungible tokens?
Non-fungible tokens.
Fungible?
Aren't they? Are they're just a scam, right? Like that.
I mean, I think it's like cryptocurrency. Like I don't know. I got the feeling like it's. But so what was the question?
We'll leave it at that. It's just lab-grown meat NFTs. I don't think it's actually.
Oh yeah, I don't know that.
Steve is that like negative future. Insider trading.
Yeah. That's right.
He knows something, he just applies it wrong. Like there's a negative sign in the wrong spot in Steve's brain.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. It just sounds good, like technically and scientifically, but then I realize there's economical factors.
Oh man,
that I can't, I don't understand. But I've been watching, like in the morning. I wake up early now.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can find to watch is financial news. The rest is like it hurts my brain.
Yeah.
But yeah, the financial. So I'm kind of learning all the the bond yields and the markets, and apparently the euro's down now, stuff like that. Oh, he's still overheating. But yeah, and I don't know. I work with some commercial people, and they kind of balance. So there's like, yeah, we could do this, but how much does it cost? So. Yeah, that's because it's a big market. I would guess food. Everyone needs it. Medicine. Oh.
I think it's inevitable, actually. Like when they get good enough at it, there's no way it's more profitable to raise a creature from birth to a certain age and slaughter it for a chunk of a portion of the meat. Like it's just thermodynamically, it is a stupid way to do it, right? So if you could do it, it'd be pretty.
Seems, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, there's also maybe the animals have some efficient. It doesn't sound efficient, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of a counter argument. I'm having a hard time.
The one I've heard, I think this is from Scott Stagg. It's like you can make things like hamburger, but like making a steak, you need like muscle contraction to build muscle tissue and things like that.
Oh, that makes sense.
So there's certain types of meat that you can make from a test tube.
Yeah.
If you want a steak, you might have to like apply electricity and have it actually flex and contract and grow things.
Yeah, it could just be our.
But most of our meat is not that, right? Like it's processed in some way or another.
I was at the doctor today. My knees. I was worried about my knees, and anyway, knees are fine. But I told him I had this list of questions, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, this one my mother said I have to ask. Should I take vitamins?" Right? And it's kind of, and he's like, "Oh no, I think you should just eat like healthy food." Eat healthy food because of the micronutrients. He said there's like when you just take vitamins, it has maybe all the main stuff that you need, but there's all these like things we don't know about that are in small amounts that and they're bound to other, molecules
Yeah.
that.
That's underappreciated. Like when it's processed in the stomach and pulled across membranes, it transport media and stuff like that.
So there might be something more than just like what it's made out of.
Yeah.
The structure, the supramolecular structure again.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. It's like meta processing of food.
Yeah, but I always thought the fast food was like the meat, in the, I won't say any brands specifically, but right, that I always figured that wasn't real meat. Maybe there's a typical joke like about them, like what part of the McChicken did the nuggets come from, for instance?
Yeah. I like it.
But maybe that's real chicken, I guess. Huh? So.
Man, Cuddle Puppy. NFTs are for people who think Bitcoin isn't similar enough to a pyramid scheme. All right, we should do another prediction. Let's do one from last time you were here, and we'll see any returning guests that might remember this answer. All right, if you're not following us, click the follow button, get your standard internet units, 300 of them that you can gamble on our prediction questions.
I'm going to try not to overheat. That's all. That's my goal.
You don't have to use B button at all. It might be easier.
I'm kind of, yeah, that would be safer.
But anyway, if you guys aren't following, click the follow button, use your 300 standard internet units, and bet them on this question to get some standard internet unit points that can be used for nothing other than this channel, but you can make us drink alcohol or request a prediction. So the question is, hair length change. What is the hair length change in 1 second? This is for your average human being. Hair length change in 1 second. Is it less than 0.1 nanometers or greater than 0.1 nanometers? So keep in mind, a nanometer is 10 to the minus 9th meters. That's 0.000000001 meters. So very small amount. Is hair growth greater than 0.1 nanometers or less than 0.1 nanometers per second? Which is some fun math.
Yeah, I calculated this the first time, and now...
Yeah, we'll trust it. So anyone that saw the stream last time when Steve was on 1.5 years ago, you may know the answer to this question, but if not, throw your guess in there right now. Getting better.
Yeah, I didn't overheat. I think that's the key. But so, now I want to beat it, but so I didn't get a good enough time to beat it, I guess.
Yeah, so you have to beat, I think there's 2 tracks per level.
Almost over
2 races per track. There's 1 through 5, so you have to beat 10 races or something like that.
I just realized those little arrows, reset your temperature.
Cuddle Puppy, you said I'm not allowed to Google it, but never said I can't watch the VOD from 1 year ago. If you can skim through a 3-hour YouTube video within the nenext 30 seconds, you have won. You officially get this. You get all the standard internet units because you have earned it. Just speed running Q&A. I like it. All right. Don't worry, I'm going to invent time travel just for Ask a Scientist Gaming. I appreciate that. It'd probably be useful for other things, but we'll take it. All right, about 10 seconds left. What's the guess? Hair length changes in one second? Hashtag priorities. Oh. All right, so the answer is... it is greater than 0.1 nanometers per second. So Steve did the math. It's estimated that human hair grows about 1 centimeter per month. So if you divide that out by, days, hours, seconds, you end up growing your hair at about 1/4 of a nanometer per second. And so 0.25 nanometers per second. So the answer is greater than 0.1 nanometers. So congratulations, anyone that said greater than 0.1 nanometers. That is how much your hair is growing right. It's kind of crazy. I love putting things in scales that are just absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
All right, so you've made it to this. It passes you to the next track, right?
Yeah, it passed me the second time when I had a worse time than the first time, so I didn't understand.
Spider Yen, welcome back to the stream.
So that thing about the hair, it was some radio show I heard. There were like these nanoscientists talking about nanotechnology, and they're like, explain to our audience what a nanometer is. So one of them was saying, like, if you take a dime and like slice it in 1,000 pieces, and then you take one of those pieces and slice it in 1,000 more pieces,
yep,
then you get that'll be a nanometer thick.
Oh wow!
So that was the first guy, and then the other guy said, I like to think of it as the distance that a hair grows in 1 second. It's a little shorter.
Yeah.
But you know, I checked it, and I guess maybe that's like a fast-growing hair.
I disagree. I haven't had hair since I was 10. I think my hair grows slower.
Yeah,
That's fair. We said average human being.
Yeah.
Plus or minus bald.
That's the standard way. Two people usually say it's like the width of a hair.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of that got way overused. And then I saw some people started like they showed a histogram of like the widths of human hairs. It varies over like 2 orders of magnitude apparently.
Wow. Is it really 2 orders of magnitude? I guess it makes sense. People have thicker and thinner hairs.
Well, maybe, you know, there was like at least 10 times, maybe not 100 times. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's somewhere between 10 and 100.
That was a really fun one, though.
Yeah.
Man, 7% alcohol.
And yeah, I'm not sure if the excipient of the other stuff affects how they work. What do you think? Is it just alcohol that matters in the beer?
I imagine the components matter, like your uptake based on sugar content or whatever it is.
Yeah. I'm not doing very good on this level. I keep overheating again. I didn't realize those arrows reset your temperature. To like they lower your, you know, those little arrows.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Holy crap! I did not know that.
I just learned that.
I played this game like
I see.
30 years.
See, it goes back. I went over the.
For real.
Yeah.
Huh. Andrew G would know that.
Maybe, yeah. Or maybe I could beat his record if he didn't know.
You found the trick. That's amazing. Calm Down Bronco has redeemed Take a Drink.
Oh, thank you.
After your race, you're focused right now.
Yeah, this one's more than a minute.
Speed strips here.
Yeah, I think I was better at this when I was like 10 or whatever.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Cheers, Bronco. Thank you for redeeming.
Yeah,
cheers. So I actually moved on from the Chimay. While I was at the so if you guys are looking for a beer store in Tallahassee, Beer Stop on Tennessee and Magnolia is where I found this Chimay, and they have a massive selection of beers, and I found one called Banana Bread Beer. So it tastes like banana bread.
Oh,
yeah, if you want to try it after yours, we have some banana bread beer.
Yeah, I could taste it. What's so this? Okay.
All right, so we can change it. Do you want to try Battle Chess?
Yeah.
Ready for this?
Yeah. I don't know.
You've got an enormous amount of pressure.
1988. Huh?
Becca the Jarhead, has your husband ever slapped Chris Rock? Goes back to the bald discussion.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. It took me a second.
Topical.
Yeah. That was when was that? Was like a year ago? I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for this?
I don't think
what year was this?
Do you think it goes faster if you run it like on a faster computer?
I very much doubt it. I think you are fundamentally limited by the software.
It's an emulator, huh? Oh, I use this.
It's still Nintendo controller. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Battle Chess.
Ooh. So I'm white, I guess.
Or red.
Or I'm red. Yeah, sorry. This supposed to be my king. It's hard to tell from the back, huh? It's a... okay, I'll do my... what, as promised.
There it is.
Should I try the Fool's Mate? Probably not. They probably know that.
Did you get to select a level, or it was just your playing?
I didn't. No, I don't think so. That's cool. They walk.
So this came out in 1988.
Yeah. So I was 11. I missed this. I don't know if I didn't really play much chess when I was.
So
11.
Deep Blue Kasparov was not until 1996.
Yeah. Oh, it's got to move the pawn out of the way so the knight can get out.
Oh, this is going to be good, ladies and gentlemen. We are playing Battle Chess for the Nintendo Entertainment System, 1988, 8-bit processor. Let's see what kind of thinking it can do.
The knights are like real, like fighting. They're not the horses.
Yeah. No, they took liberties with this character designs, didn't they?
In German, the knight's Springer. It means jumper.
There's no sound with this, right? There's no music.
I don't hear anything.
Oof. Pretty dry.
playing the.
Oh, no, there you can hear it. The bishop marches.
Oh, there's sound. Yeah. The bishop. This is the Spanish priest's game. The Rui Lopez
Yeah.
opening. Oh, they're doing the
This-
Berlin defense.
This is like if somebody watched Ed Chess or ED Chess and thought, I wish this was slower paced.
What's Ed chess?
I have no idea. That is a good question. Ooh.
I get to think while the pieces are moving, though. Okay. This is the way I play with black or blue too.
Oh, this Ed Chess was a shareware chess program for the IBM PC released in 1992 by EdTech Associates Incorporated, and it ran on DOS.
Cool.
So it was a open access programming chess. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, if anyone likes watching movies, there's a masterpiece. I haven't seen. What was it called?
Oh, the tower turned into a rock monster and walked.
What? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, it started like that. Oh, what's this? It's moving some. It's knight. Oh, it's taking my pawn. It didn't do a6. Usually it attack my bishop first. I don't know this move. But it's like I guess a fake documentary, but I thought it was real for a while. Sorry if I ruined the surprise. It's computer chess. It's about like computer chess in the 80s. Oh, now they're gonna fight. Do I have to fight?
I think it just goes. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for this action sequence? This is like Michael Bay type action. It's amazing. I wish you could fight. Like, you
Yeah.
could win and fight back.
And if you win, they don't get to take your piece.
Yeah.
I gotta think now because I'm out of my repertoire.
Oh man, should we stream under the chess category now?
Yeah, you can.
All right, let's do it.
That's and chess. You gotta watch out. They're kind of I don't know the appropriate word. Is this for mature audiences?
Yes.
Oh, they're kind of dicks. Like
What?
the
who
chess
cares?
players. I don't know why on Twitch, but the Go players are like very
Friendly.
civilized.
Yeah.
Is there another word for that? There's like maybe they're rude. But we'll see what we get. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
It's hard.
we got Cuddle Puppy in chat. He'll take care of it.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's not. I don't have a good. Sorry. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. Jarhead was
if they're
thinking the
going to
same thing.
join us and complain about battle chess for NES, they can feel free.
Yeah,
to do so. Let's do it.
What the worst they can do. Oh, Hikaru's nice. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. They're not all. But the streamers are good. It's like
Hikaru, he's the one that did what's the stupid opening that he was doing?
the
streaming?
bong cloud.
The bong
I
cloud.
thought that was his idea. Yeah, but
He popularized it.
yeah.
All right, speaking of chess, I got to get back to this question. Where is it? Critical Nina wants to know. Naturally, I have to ask, have you seen Queen's Gambit?
Oh yes, a masterpiece. Yeah, I was skeptical at first because they're usually they get a lot of stuff wrong, like they don't set the pieces up right. But apparently they had Kasparov,
Oh, really? He advised?
yeah, he was their advisor. The one thing he messed up was he said something wrong about a woman, Nona Gaprindashvili.
Has ever won? Yeah.
Yeah,
Beating a male in a tournament or something?
something like not true, and so she's suing for $5 million. Last I heard, I don't know if
Yeah.
and they didn't dismiss it. I'm tempted to try and take this pawn, but how?
So I haven't watched it, but there's apparently a YouTube video of Magnus Carlsen watching and critiquing Queen's Gambit.
Queen's Gambit. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good.
I'm gonna put a link in
The
chat.
games are, I think they're like
Actual
legitimate.
games.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Like the first position I saw, it was like there was a bishop on the square in the opening. I was like, how did that get there? That doesn't look right. But then I realized what opening it was. It's like it can happen in the Queen's Gambit. That's the opening. I'm just gonna be safe, I guess. This is maybe not the best opening for computers now that I remember my
No worries.
my old teachers. That guy was cool. He came from the Soviet Union. His job, like, that's how I learned chess. I was just in like high school. I mean, I knew the rules, but I wasn't that serious about it. And this like Lithuanian guy, he didn't really speak a lot of English, but he'd beat everyone at the cafe like really easily. And so he gave me lessons. And there's all these little heuristics which I didn't really appreciate, like put your bishops on opposite colors of your pawn. I mean, well, I phrase that weird because their bishops can't change their color, but they anyway, the little heuristics. Put the knights in the middle.
Huh.
I was gonna try to take this. Oh.
No worries. The fight scenes are just amazing.
Yeah, are they the same? If it's the same piece again?
I honestly have no idea. I'm sure
Why did
there's a
that guy
compilation of them.
Fall through a hole. I wanted to take this.
Oh, calm down. Yeah. Hikaru opened against Magnus Carlsen with the Bond Cloud opening. I don't know if you saw that clip, but they immediately recognized and they both did it. And like it was an actual tournament.
It was a counter. Yeah, well, they drew though. I think right. Mm-hmm. It was like they repeated the moves.
Yep. Yeah, and they just accepted the draw. It was worth it.
I'm a little confused by the pieces, like which piece is which.
We're in trouble, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a science question. We'll get back to some science here. Calm Down Bronco wants to know, have scientists captured snapshots of micelle formation while it's in progress? I'm not sure if it would be crystallized or what technique would show its progress in formation.
Yeah.
That's a fun question.
I'm thinking about, I mean, there's a neutron scattering can see similar. It's not in, it's like they can see layers, monolayers forming.
Yeah, then they can see liquid crystal domains through scattering.
Like yeah, scattering. I'm sure. Yeah, that's there's all kinds of. I think of that as like just the first kind of phase transition, which I don't know. Wei Yang might not like my use of his word for that, but it's like because these liquid crystals have several phases. So the first is just like the molecules dissolved. This is for lyotropic liquid crystals. Sorry, I'm a little confused now because I wanted to take that knight and I didn't realize it's protected by the bishop. So I'm thinking.
Oh man, which one's the knight and which one's the bishop?
This is the knight. This is the bishop. But it's pinned. But I need to move the rook to take that, so I can't do that. But I could.
They threw all traditional views out the window when they made this game.
Yeah, I guess go with this. I can do this. The bishop. This is called a pin. It's a common tactic. So this counts. Yeah, where everybody's happy. Huh? We're playing chess, but it's also like a. What do you call this?
It's a retro game.
A retro game.
Yeah. It's a middle ground.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't you trading here? Is that the queen?
No, that's another bishop. So I'm trying to. I guess I'm threatening something.
Yeah, but bishop takes bishop, knight takes bishop, queen takes knight.
Oh, he can't take the bishop because it's pinned. He'd be in check.
Oh, yeah.
What do you say? They would be in check.
Well, not anymore.
That's clever because the knight protected.
Yeah, that's fun. All right, if you guys have any science questions, we're happy to answer them. Ask a Scientist Gaming.
Finish the micelle question, I guess.
No, okay.
I'm just still kind of stalling, but
it's not timed. You're okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, because I mean that's an interesting thing about lipids is their kind of dynamic properties. So these, whether they form or they don't form. My wife had a paper where she simulated the micelle formation. Maybe I should ask her. There's simulations. So that's something I like about simulations that you can't really get with experiment. A lot of like the structural stuff, you kind of have to freeze it, or it's hard to really see it in real time. But if you simulate it, you can see where every atom is.
Well, that's why I was curious. Like cryo EM, you might be able to like flash freeze it, freeze it again, like watch it dynamically happen. But that's probably really hard to do on those timescales.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to. There's no time limit here, huh? But if I don't move, I'll just. This can't be bad. So it's even material. But so that's something also I've been thinking about. It's not like in the textbooks. When we think about lipids in biology, it's mostly bilayers, and then there's like droplets, lipid drop, like fat, kind of stored in these little droplets. But lipids, a lot of them make micelles and all kinds of other mesophases, not just bilayers. but we can't see those. Like in electron microscopy, you can see the bilayers, and you can see the droplets, and everything else looks like protein. Like you can't really distinguish. I don't think a micelle from a protein.
The queen just vaporized.
Yeah,
that
but
guy.
the last one like fell through a hole in the ground. I don't know.
These are interesting skill sets we've developed
that-
in this chess universe.
That was a bishop, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the queen just summoned
the queen-
cloud and vaporized a bishop.
Oh, that was how she. I see. Yeah. So what am I gonna do now? Huh. The computer's not bad. I don't know.
Cuddle puppy. If someone said your lipids are non-dynamic, would it be a sick burn to you? Oh man.
No, I don't know.
Lipids are non-dynamic.
No, it's actually. I think people prefer non-dynamic. It's like that's something they don't like about. We like stability, right? It's like
Yeah. But for function, they have to be dynamic, right? It's
yeah, but that makes it so we don't understand them, and
Yeah.
so no, it would be more of a like the opposite of a burn. What's that? Like a compliment.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate that they're. You're right. The dynamic has
It
value.
has to. Yeah, it has to, right? It's for mobility and exchange and
But it's like science. You know, you have to be able to measure to test it, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it turns into not science. So that's one problem with lipids. Like it's kind of like magic because you can't.
yeah.
There's a lot that you can't do.
Man. So we asked you last time about unlimited budget, no moral qualms, what experiment, and you said you wanted to build a cell. But let's
Yeah.
say in terms of learning about lipids in particular, what would be your go-to? Like, what would you like to do? What's your Manhattan project on lipid work?
I'd like to try all the combinations, or as many, just as many as I could, because there's astronomical amounts. I don't know so I how to tell this story. I was also I'm not winning.
It's okay. We'll put in another quarter. You'll be fine.
Like it makes me feel like oh wait, I have an idea though, but well no that like my here,
So
let's
note,
do
Steve is
something.
being asked to play chess on a NES system while drinking beer and talking about science. So forgive
Yeah.
any gameplay you might be upset with.
It's like such a primitive computer, and it's like, but that it is a computer still,
Yeah.
so that's something. But it doesn't even think; it just instantly moves. But now I think I can win something. I could be wrong. What was the question? Yeah. Oh yeah.
The unlimited budget lipids, you mix and match all the
Right.
different ambipolar molecules and just see.
Yeah. So okay. So maybe if we go to like proteins, they're amazing, right? They do all kinds of like I to illustrate how many things they can do. In my test, I have to make multiple choice questions, right? So there's a section on like function of proteins. They do all this stuff, so I'll try to think of something that the proteins can't do. So I'll say, which of the following can proteins not do? And I couldn't think of anything. I can't think of a wrong answer for that. So, like, are they taking my pawn? Or they?
What is this move?
I think they're taking my pawn. Is it a pawn?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, then I can take this bishop. So that's a good deal. But right, so like the correct answer, if you ever have my class, is which I'm not sure if this is even if they can't do that. Maybe we just haven't discovered it yet. Is like travel through time in the past. They can travel into the future, but I guess, or because they just do such amazing things. Like just photosystem 2, for instance, is like since you do light, like it apparently has 100% quantum efficiency. It's
amazing. It's fast. It's efficient. Yeah.
Yeah, or they can recognize molecules at like the diffusion limit. But so they can do amazing things, and the way they do that, it's like a combinatorics thing. It's information, right? There's a sequence of the polymer, and so there's these 20 amino acids, and maybe you have a protein that's like 500 that's a big one, maybe it's 200 amino acids or something. And they, so it's like 20 to the 200 power different combinations that you can have. And lipids, they don't really have that. Rather, they're small molecules, so you don't have that kind of diversity of. What's this? They're
They politely moved aside so you could get to position.
I was
threatening your queen. It's a badass move.
Yeah.
Good on them.
Yeah, I'm tempted to trade, but I don't think it's good. I think I gotta do. But their knight's kind of in a weird spot. I want to move my queen like here, maybe. But then they can take that pawn. Is that a pawn? Yeah. This is a knight. Okay.
They can't take it.
No, I'm trying to think if I should move my queen like here. I gotta defend my rook. I'll just go there. So
could you do like a high throughput machine version of this? Like, how would you measure the lipids? Like,
yeah, so we need to pick a function, I guess, for some readout. And so I start with, molecular recognition is what I've been using. So maybe to find out like the limits of that, whether lipids can recognize, any molecule the way. It seems like there should be some entropic cost to it, right? Because they don't have this covalent structures, like they're dynamic. Let's see how she kills this. Oh, that's the same way, vapor.
No, it was slightly different animation. She dissolved the sword first. Who knew?
So I think I'm up something here. I have a knight in the middle. I'm kind of not. That's the scientific stuff. More important. So, but
at least you're not playing speed chess. Speed chess would have been very hard.
Oh yeah, with this controller, that'd be fun too. With the, I don't know if it goes. Yeah.
Oh,
this is your logo, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, logo that with a hat, with a graduation gown. There it is.
So yeah, the combination is, I don't know. I like not explaining it very well, but
but that's something you could actually propose, right? Like building a machine that does high throughput mixtures of various different. Like
that's my
if you did
pending proposal.
Is it really?
Yeah,
like
that's why I'm
flow rates and.
Well, I do it with a microarray.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could scale it up. The problem is we can't do throughput on that scale. So the number of combinations, it's something like 10 to the 100 power.
Yeah. But I mean, even starting with 5. Right, and doing every single possible
lipids.
5 different lipids.
So you can, this thing for like composition, you can mix them, 50-50, but then you could also put like 1% of this one and 99%. So that makes it basically the same amount as like how many different proteins you can have. And people who study lipids don't test that many combinations. Like we know there's these combinations in cells because we can read the DNA sequence and we can know the protein sequence, but we don't have a way to know the lipid composition. Like we can't just read it in the DNA. It's there, some information. So it got me into this field of information, which is kind of has overlap with nanotechnology. So there's this thing I learned. It's a kind of entropy. It's Shannon Entropy. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's I need to find if anyone knows more about it. It's fascinating to me. It's like it's like the probability of it has to do with probabilities, but it's a kind of entropy of information. So there's theory for that's kind of from computer science, and I think it applies to.
Ooh, nice move.
To this. Thanks.
Right.
Yeah.
Got a sacrifice.
No, he just blocks there, right? Is it? But maybe I can do. If I take it, I can. He takes back with they take back with the king. Then.
Shannon Entropy sounds like an Oscar bait movie where a woman named Shannon life slowly falls apart.
Yeah.
Write that into your
That's
proposal,
probably
broader impacts.
yeah. That's probably why I
Entropy.
like the name so much. Well put.
Man, that's a quote of the night. There's Shannon Entropy, the movie. I can just picture the trailer for that. The escalating music, the life going out of control, the moment of clarity. Shannon Entropy. But I mean, if you got a machine to do that, you'd have to automate the measurement. But I mean, if you could do one sample a minute and run it 24 hours a day, I mean, the data set you would get is absolutely astounding.
Well, I mean, they do that with drug screening. So they can do like maybe a million compounds in a day.
Ninja Physics, welcome back. It's been a while. I wish Hamster Malicious was on here because he studied information physics and knows something about Shannon Entropy.
Yeah.
Ninja Physics and Hamster Malicious are regulars of the stream.
Oh,
so
nice.
Coincidence. Sad Hamster Malicious isn't on because they'd have information.
Yeah.
But we have, unfortunately, we've decided Shannon Entropy is a Hallmark movie. And that's all that they discussed on stream.
Yeah, I'm crying just thinking about it.
That's amazing. Oscar bait movie. It's either Oscar bait or Hallmark Channel, either one of those two.
What do I do now?
Yeah. Anyone just joining us, this is Ask a Scientist Gaming, mediocre gameplay with expert level science. We're talking about lipids, bio-nanotechnology. We have a bunch of questions to catch up on, actually. But we're playing Battle Chess for the NES, a 1988 release. Steve has a ELO ranking of, what was it, 2250, and you're taking on the 1988 NES 8-bit processor.
Yeah.
And struggling with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm winning, but I'm like, I could be wrong, and I'm not like crushing it.
Well, Ninja Physics, welcome back. Work is always crazy. Yeah. Sometimes it just overwhelms. I'm feeling that this month because I have proposals due next month, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we've gone down the Shannon Entropy rabbit hole, high throughput screening. We have some questions to catch up on. We'll go with Becca the Jarhead's question first. So my question is, what's the weirdest reason you've heard of someone getting a PhD?
There's a weirder reason I heard of someone not getting a PhD. First, let me stall while I think of a correct answer. But I'm gonna do this.
All right, don't focus.
Yeah, there was this guy in Germany, and he was like about to finish his PhD, and then he didn't, and his reason was because he heard a story about the first person to sail a ship like all the way around the world. I think maybe it was Magellan or something. Yep. But I think there was someone else who almost did it before him and just had to like go like one more like over the line and would have done it. And instead he like turned and didn't go over the line. And he thought that was cool, so he wanted to do that. So he went to like right over to the line of the PhD.
And he turned. What?
So that's fun.
That was the rationale.
That was his reason.
That can't be real, right?
I think he probably had some other reason, and that was his like story.
Yeah. Who's gonna wash?
But that's what he said.
The anecdote.
Yeah. Maybe it was like he wasn't gonna make it. But well, I mean one of the most common reasons seems to be like to like make the parents proud.
Yeah.
Which that's not a weird reason. I guess that's like a common one. Right. What was the question was, what's the weirdest?
What is the weirdest reason?
The weirdest.
Getting a PhD?
So that's like the most common reason.
Yeah.
Weirdest. Yeah.
I mean, I know people that have gotten a PhD in the sciences because they wanted to become a patent attorney.
Oh, yeah.
And so if you want to be a patent attorney in the sciences, you have to get a PhD in sciences and then get your JD, your law degree.
Yeah.
And so those two together makes you a very powerful and valuable person because you are worth like, $500 to $1,000 an hour.
Sure. So that's, yeah, I guess there's two ways to think of this question. It's what's the motivation, but also like, what did they do to deserve it? Right. Like maybe I got the PhD because because my name was like spelled this way or something, and it wasn't, which was a serendipitous. There was.
Speaking of serendipity, we have a fun prediction that's related to this actually. Steve's question, and this is another reused one from last time you were on the stream. So speaking of obtaining a PhD, here is your prediction related to obtaining a PhD. If you're not following, click the follow button, get your 300 standard internet units, spend them on this question. What was Einstein's PhD thesis topic?
Oh, yeah, that's
was it based on the speed of light or the size of glucose? So yeah, that's a good point. It depends how you interpret this question as to what that means.
Yeah, I mean, they're both interesting interpretations too. I'm just sort of kind of going through all the PhDs I've seen.
So Becca the Jarhead, I asked because I got my PhD for no other reason than it was free. I needed some sort of master's degree to get a promotion, and I decided to get a PhD instead because it was free. And so Becca the Jarhead is the Marine/Navy person that got presumably paid to go to. I mean, we regularly have military people in our program. And the master's is free, and I think if they stay for another year for PhD, it's free.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I guess I'm trying to think why I got a PhD. Like it was.
That's a good question.
Yeah, step by step, because it was kind of similar. I mean, it was maybe like the path of least resistance, kind of. I wasn't trying to get rich. It was basically they pay me to do something that I just enjoy anyway, that I would do for free, and it's like, so I just enjoy it. Okay, I think I got it. That I don't know what pronoun to use for the computer. Is there?
Why? I got them. Them. You're forking. Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks.
Kindly move out of the way so I can threaten your king.
Yeah. Are there different levels in this, I wonder?
I don't think so. I think you just press start, right?
All right.
All right, 5 seconds. Throw your guesses in there. All right, Steve. What was Einstein's PhD thesis topic? Size of glucose or the speed of light?
It was the size of glucose.
Which is surprising because he's known for relativity. He's known for photoelectric effect. But his thesis was on the size of glucose.
Right. Yeah, he got Nobel Prizes for those, I guess. But yeah, he measured he came up, it's Einstein diffusion equation, which you can figure out sorry, I'm on. Oh, I can take it this way. Yeah, he figured out the size from the diffusion rate, the hydrodynamic radius, is what the size was.
I mean, it was just a fun, fundamental atomic properties question, right? And he answered it.
I don't know what his motivation was. Was it fun, or maybe his advisor told him to work on it, or what do you think?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
that is a good question.
So, I mean, there's this one theory that people get. Well, maybe I guess you don't get into the PhD program this way, but some people have the theory that if you're too good, they won't give you the PhD because they want to keep you working, which I think that's a myth. I don't know. Do you think that's a? It's like but yeah, do you ever? I don't think people really give PhDs to like get rid of people, but
sometimes it's easier than having them finish. Faithful Fairy, well, it depends on how much is lost by not working into 3 extra years, but if a PhD will get you a better promotion. I mean, there's a long-term gain analysis that you have to do, right? And that's an economics, like, compounding value question, which is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Becca the Jar had followed up. It wasn't free, in quotes. I had to pay a total of $5,000. I don't typically advertise the fact that I have a PhD. I am an MD with a PhD in leadership and management. It was basically free, and I needed to do it to rank up. That was technically MD PhD. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But not experimenting on humans necessarily. Leadership and management won't get you there. But that's pretty cool, though. MD with a PhD. So doing med school and PhD and 20 years in the Navy with 6 years in the Marines. Becca has some life experience. That's pretty awesome. All right, we have some more science questions. Critical had a comment about chess. There's a very real phenomenon I found out recently where highly skilled players can lose out in pure confusion in the reaction to a much lower skill. So the computer is just confusing you with its terrible gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the strategy in general, is to confuse the opponent. It's there was a famous chess player I was watching. They were streaming somewhere. Dubov, his name is, and yeah, that's what he's like. I'm just trying to confuse them. Like that was his whole strategy. But yeah, you're right. So now I'm winning, so I need to simplify. I have to avoid like getting checkmated on the back rank.
Yeah.
There's no mouse here, huh? Is there?
No.
Yeah.
You're stuck with the NES controller. Ninja Physics. I haven't seen a PhD giving any major leg up in the corporate world, but I haven't been there longer than 2 years. I mean, that's interesting. Like national labs and things, it's the stance is like you could work for a PhD or you could be a PhD is what I think the general strategy is, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. I have a friend. He's a chess grandmaster in Germany. He was a computer programmer because he couldn't make enough money playing chess. And yeah, he said it was like the programming level, like it wasn't really like in chess. If you play well, you increase your rank. But apparently in companies, there are people who are like bad at programming, but they somehow convince their bosses that they're good at it, and they move up even though they're not good. That's what he was saying in his company. They'd move up. So it's, I guess there's, which I'm trying to realize in science, it gets like that at some level too. It's like a social
academic upper administration.
Oh yeah, it turns into politics and all kinds of stuff.
Well, not just that, everyone gets promoted beyond their skill set. Right? Like if you're good at your job, people promote you beyond it, and you might not be good at the next one.
Oh yeah.
And that's a very destructive thing. All right. Science questions. Spider Yen wants to know, since I'm a bit late, this question might be stupid. Dr. Lenhert, could you go over the Intaglio and evaporative edge lithography process? How do you say that word?
Yeah. So I've been saying it wrong though until just like about a year ago. Someone told me I was saying intaglio, but apparently it's an Italian word that's intaglio. Like the G is silent.
Intaglio, and so it's intaglio.
Yeah, but I still say intaglio unless I'm conscious of it. It's like the overheating problem.
It's just there.
Intaglio, I need to...
All right, so what are those lithography processes?
Yeah,
What's lithography in the broadest sense first?
Right, first it's a Greek word. I'm half Greek, so I'm like everything's Greek really, but it's it's from lithos is rock and graphy is writing. This writing on rocks. And it started as an art process for print, like if you want to mass produce artwork, they would make they'd write on a rock with some resist, like a waxy pen or something, so that if you pour acid on the rock, it'll dissolve the rock, but not the part that's covered by the wax. And then you can use that to make stamps and print stuff. So that's old. And then when computers started making computer chips, we figured out that's a good way to mass produce computer chips with photolithography, where they can pattern a resist on silicon and then etch away the silicon the same way the artists were doing. So that's state of the art. And then those are two of my inventions. I invented these new lithography techniques.
Wait, you invented those two?
Yeah, those are, I have patents.
So you've been pronouncing your own invention wrong all this time?
I said like at a conference. Yeah, it was one of those things where nobody told me for years. I guess
she is silent to like who known.
Yeah, you would have thought it would. I tried to argue with them, but they convinced me when they're like, how do you pronounce the word ballet, right? And I was like, okay. Right, that's a good point. But,
you argued during a Q&A in front of an audience?
Oh, no, it was after. It was
conversation.
It was the people at like the table I was sitting at after my talk. I went back like, you're saying that word wrong. But yeah, very grateful for, but so yeah, that one, that's the one we're mostly using, to make, I was talking about, I was trying to make arrays for screening drugs. So this one is it's intaglio, I'm still doing it. Intaglio printing is it's when you print from a stamp, that's also still used in art pretty much. I don't know if it's used anywhere else, where the stamp, you ink the stamp, but then when you print, the ink transfers from the holes in the stamp, not from the contacts. So normal printing is relief printing, where the part that touches the surface transfers the ink. So the intaglio process transfers it from the recesses or the holes in the stamp, and that gives you topography. So since I'm doing this with lipids, and I always want like a volume in the lipids, because they're supposed to compartmentalize and organize molecules. So let's see what happens when we get a queen or a promotion. Oh, that was boring.
You didn't even get to choose.
No fighting. Yeah. There's no.
Like, you get a queen. Congratulations.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's
Now
made in two. Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, did your ELO ranking go up?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the computer, it was probably like maybe 1,500, I guess.
1,500.
Maybe it wasn't.
Well, there it is, ladies and
Lost some
gentlemen.
pieces, but all right.
Steve took on Battle Chess and won.
Yeah.
You're not expecting this one tonight, huh?
No, thanks. Yeah.
You officially beat Battle Chess for the NES.
Is there going to be a battle?
I don't know.
Like a final
some kind
battle?
of congratulations, you beat it. I need closure. I don't think I ever beat this as a kid.
You don't take. Oh, you're just taking the king.
We're gonna watch the king get murdered.
I wonder if it's different if you. Yeah, I guess if you.
I'm fine with a building rock creature taking out the king. Like, this is how it should end, right?
I wasn't really watching the fights. I was like trying to.
Just to death.
Oh, he's two-dimensional.
Oh man, that was worth every second of this game. Oh, man.
What were we talking about?
Any other Twitch streamer that's playing chess cannot top that final move in this game. That was amazing. Fatality.
How did they? It's like a two-dimensional game, but it was three. It turned the king sideways and it was flat, and then it like fell like a leaf.
The rock creature completely crushed the king.
Yeah. Oh, is that what he did? He flattened?
Yeah, I think that first motion was flat.
Oh, he hit it. Okay. I thought he just turned him because he's like.
How did he flatten him horizontally with a vertical strike? This game is scientifically inaccurate.
Yeah.
So unrealistic. Someone should write an angry letter to
it's quantum mechanics.
Whatever company is.
Yeah.
Is there any press start? That's it. It just freezes.
Isn't there
It's your controller.
That's
press A, B, something.
Select. Oh, there's levels. Oh.
What?
Move level. That was novice. Oh, I don't know if I.
Do you want to take it on? I think you should.
Yeah. Okay.
Just for fun.
All right.
Do you get another beer? You're good.
Yeah, we can do another beer.
We should probably do another. Do you want IPA or?
Good question. Yeah. What do you? Oh, we'll given those options. IPA. Yeah. I thought you were gonna push your banana beer.
You want to try?
I don't know. What if I don't like it though? How about could you pour just like a drop in the glass and I can taste it? You won't be insulted if I go with the IPA though? Okay. It took me 5 years to acquire the taste of the IPA. So.
Yeah. We'll try some banana bread.
I'm not logged in here, otherwise I could request a drink.
Someone make Steve drink. So what he's requesting right now. Someone that won the prediction about the size of glucose being Einstein's PhD thesis. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a little worried because like my chemistry skill is. Oh no, I can do. No, it wasn't that. I didn't want to.
There we go.
Like do a bad pour in front of the professional. Is that your? Do you pour in the lab?
Not anymore. I haven't done wet chemistry in like 4 years.
Oh yeah, me either. But I mean, that was my.
That was a skill that I once had back in the day.
Which I didn't touch. You're supposed to. Are you supposed to touch? No, in chemistry you don't touch, but in pouring like drinks you're supposed to touch, right?
No, if you have a wax or something, you're not supposed to touch. Like wine bottles, if it has that like on it.
Yeah, that's interesting flavor.
It is interesting to say the least. Tastes like banana bread.
Yeah,
like they captured something in that drink. All right, level 5. You're gonna do it.
Yeah.
All right, we should do one of our predictions as well.
What's the shotgun?
Critical Ninja has redeemed Take a Drink.
Oh, is that
Cheers,
where you
Critical.
like poke the hole in the?
Yeah.
The,
and then open the top.
yeah.
Shotgun.
Cheers. I don't know if I can. We need a.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Wednesday night. First week of classes. Cheers to anyone that survived at least the first half of the week. It's been a fun time playing some Ask a Scientist gaming, a little bit of chess, a little bit of Excitebike, and so it doesn't. There we go.
Select is the way to. Oh, select goes back here. Okay, so it's set. I guess then I have to start.
Yeah, what settings? Maybe it can change.
Oh,
Oh,
change.
now you're back to novice. You want me to reset entirely?
Do you think?
See what's under settings.
Yeah. So select goes back. Then back.
This game is not particularly advanced, but we're doing our best.
3D. Ooh.
Ooh, 2D.
Huh? Is that too? Is that bad for the stream?
I don't think it matters at this
I
point.
prefer like, simpler. But...
We're gonna check 2D. It might be faster
Human-
actually, because it'll get rid of the animations presumably.
Ah. Okay. Oh.
So 2D. Go back and maybe go to move.
Like start doesn't do anything. Move.
Select.
Yeah. Select goes all the way back to the game,
Then
and then it select twice, I guess.
new game. There you go.
New game. Okay. Oh, you can
Oh, set up board. That's fun.
Oh,
And
yeah.
practice positions.
suggest move.
All right. Which prediction do you want to do
Okay.
next?
I think I should do. Well, I think I wonder if I should try to beat it the way my old teacher told me to. But
However you feel like doing it.
yeah, I'm thinking of planning my strategy. Because this stuff, it's like the computer loves that. I'm gonna do the old. There's a world chess championship coming up, and it's like Carlsen was,
He's not playing, right?
yeah.
Yep.
And so it's going to be Nepo Mniachi versus Ding Liren. And Ding plays d4. Like everyone else plays e4. And they asked him in an interview, like, why do you play d4 when everyone else plays e4? Like after... And he said, I don't like to play e4.
That was it.
That was his answer. Yeah.
Magnus Carlsen is going through a goth phase.
Is he?
What was his reason for not playing? It was something, the rules and how they were set up, right?
Well, he was negotiating. Yeah, he didn't. He said it wasn't worth it for him. Like the amount of time investment, and stress. He does get like stressed out when he was losing to Karyakin. He like I don't know. He was all dark side. Like you ever see the movie The Star Wars?
Yes.
Yeah. It was you know how like what's his name? Anakin gets like pissed off.
Yeah.
He was like that. It was like yeah.
That's the analogy we're using, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. But
So it's thinking
then he
harder
won,
now.
is that what it's doing?
Level 5,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
taking a lot more time.
It's really processing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a sore loser. That's yeah.
Brutal.
He yeah, there's a saying in poker. It's from who is it, Stu Unger. Well, I don't know. I might leave out a expletive, but he's like, show me a good loser, and I'll show you a loser.
Ouch. That's amazing. Oh, it is thinking hard.
Yeah.
This game is going to take forever.
Oh yeah.
we'll
We
see.
can adjourn.
Yeah. We'll see how far it goes and how long it takes.
Yeah.
but
What time is it?
we can we can do another prediction.
Yeah. We're like
9:30.
halfway through.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So.
Which one do you want to do?
Well, the second one, I'm kind of curious if it's correct. Like,
I actually looked this up and I found the
You
same
believe it?
answer. Yeah.
did you? Okay.
It wouldn't be surprising,
We're not-
actually.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't do that one because we've given away too
I think we
much
gave it away.
information.
Sorry. Yeah.
So I'd do this one
that
or
one-
this one, probably.
Yeah. First one I think is.
All right.
I like the first one. I don't know.
Yep, let's do
Second
that
one's
one.
also debated. You probably have this as a teacher where these questions have to have like a clear correct and incorrect, right? But real life, there's kind of oh, what's going on? I can't. I was still thinking. It's my turn. Oh yeah.
You know, it's still thinking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, real life kind of, sometimes there might be one correct, but it's not as sure. It's not as easy to know.
There's approximations. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready to spend some standard internet units on this prediction that's coming up right now. The question is, how much information is stored in the human genome? Is it 1.5 gigabytes or 1.5 terabytes? So we have 3 orders of magnitude difference between those two answers. Which one of those is correct? Information stored in the human genome. Terabytes or gigabytes?
By genome, I mean like all the DNA in the nucleus, not just the ones that code for proteins.
So it's everything.
Yeah.
You have 4 base pairs.
Not gonna be
2 pairs, 4 bases. How much information can you store in that? And they've actually done this. They've written to DNA.
Oh yeah,
Not 1.5 or 1 gigabytes or terabytes.
like synthetically, yeah, they can write it.
Yeah.
But I mean, but biology also does it. It's it's like I guess that's the problem why we don't really store data that way, because reading well, we can read it pretty well, but writing it's really expensive, like to synthesize the DNA. You're right, this is like a correspondence game, and it's
Exactly.
it's the opening too. That's what Kasparov was really saying, that they were cheating, because they would he had grandmasters changing its openings like in between the games. So he thought which I don't really buy that argument.
But he thought it should open the same every time. Is that the?
Well, he thought they should just program it, and if it wants to change, it has to decide. But that's not the way he does it either. He had
30 seconds left. Information stored in the human genome, 1.5 gigabytes or 1.5 terabytes. Throw your answers in there right now. It's heavily lopsided one way. We need somebody to do the counter argument. But it's totally up to you guys. If you're not following, click follow, then spend your points right now.
Oh, you got one.
There we go.
Sucker.
Cuddle Puppy going with the dark horse bet. Thank you, Cuddle Puppy. As usual. If Cuddle Puppy's right. It's a 28-1 payout. So, Steve, what's the answer? 1.5 gigabytes or 1.5 terabytes?
Gigabytes. It's surprisingly small. It's like
gigabytes.
You would think it would be like a lot of information, but I mean, I guess gigabyte used to be a lot of information in 1988, but now it's not that much, right? It's
28-1 payout to Cuddle Puppy.
Good job,
1.5 gigabytes.
Took a chance.
Wow.
Yeah.
0 for 2 ninja physics. I'm sorry. That's a fun question.
But I like that because, if you think about it, it's like, I mean, terabyte's not that much either, right? It's
well, not now, right? We can buy a 1 terabyte hard drive.
But I mean, if you wanted to, let's say, design maybe a new car or something, you'd probably need a hard drive that has all the specifications and all the engineering stuff. So it's like, it's amazing, but you would think maybe a human's a little more complicated somehow, but maybe not. Maybe it's just like you just have to make the right lipids and they'll organize everything. And maybe we're really, I don't know. That's a mystery, I guess, that I think scientists like to explain things as being like complicated as an excuse to like not understanding them. And then I think it happened with orbits, right? Have you heard
it's happened with everything, right?
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's just really complicated. And then someone finds it.
Here's
like a simple way.
Here's an equation for electromagnetics. Here's an equation for Schrodinger. The goal of science is to simplify as much as possible.
Like the corpuscles.
Yeah.
It
moved.
I could have told you it was going to do that. It's a computer. The computers, they just like always take everything. But it's just like old Queen's. This is Queen's Gambit accepted. There's I don't know too much about this opening, so maybe it wasn't the best choice, but pretty sure.
Max Samuel James. Dr. Lenhert is my favorite scientist. I have a poster of him on my wall.
Oh, thanks. Hey, Max, how you doing here?
Max, where did you find the poster and or make the poster, and which photo is it?
You might be my favorite student now. Yeah.
You wouldn't be creeped out by a student having a poster?
Oh, that is a little creepy. Yeah. But what depends? Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. Thank you, Max, for joining us.
Yeah. It might be the scientific poster we make.
Thank you for the first time chat. Welcome. Join us.
Yeah.
Playing chess very, very slowly against an 8-bit NES game.
Take too long. Yeah. The lab poster. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I lifted it from lab. Don't worry. Yes, it is month of the shirtless hunky professor's calendar. It's true. We need to do an Ask a Scientist Gaming a calendar.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would literally raise dollars, several of dollars. I want to spend all my SIUs on that. I mean, we need to have some swag, some gear we can sell. Steven posters. I like it. Man, there's no way we're gonna get through this whole game.
No,
right? This is just terribly slow.
Up. Computer. Right. That's how the computers beat poker. You know that, like, they beat chess and then they beat Go, but they couldn't beat humans at poker. That was like the last, which doesn't sound like it would be complicated, but apparently poker's like more complicated than the other because of the bluffing.
Yeah.
And so, so they made a program, and it beat them. And there was a paper in Nature, like an AI, but I asked my like professional poker buddies, and they said it thought for like 8 minutes every decision.
Oh my god!
Like, and the players just kind of like, that's not how they. So yeah, and that was also in their paper. That's how they said they beat it that way, because it was like changing its strategy, in real time, but it had to calculate such a long time.
That's terrible, though.
So yeah, they call it tanking. I don't know if you use that in
no,
gaming.
I've never heard that.
Tank, like you're in the think tank.
And that is the strategy.
So yeah, just tank it on every chance. But
so I'm going to propose we switch over to 1943.
Oh, okay.
Slightly more action.
Good year. Okay.
All right. I apologize for anyone that wanted to see Steve beat Battle Chess on level 5. I think you could do it.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. If I'd have to. Yeah. I mean, novice, that's pretty low level. But
so what I should do is send this to you, so like over a week you can play it. Like a correspondence game.
We could find out.
Yeah, if you can beat level 5, and next time you're on the stream, we'll let the audience know. But sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if you were hoping to see the end of this game, it is just taking way too long, and there's no music, there's no entertainment. We could have left the animations, because that is the fast part of this.
We haven't taken any. Oh, we took one. It's the computer still thinking, but
yeah, it's using the strategy of never lose, because it takes so long. The player always quits and/or dies of boredom. All right, we're going to switch over to 1943.
Okay,
this is the one.
Is this one? I thought it was. Yeah.
The shooter one?
Which one was it? Yeah. I thought I played, there was like was it 1945? Or there's different.
So I found so Nintendo had 1942 and 1943. 1945 was an arcade game that's much more recent. Oh. But I didn't find a good emulator for that.
There's one I used to play, it was an arcade game at the pizza place when I was a kid. And it was so
this is the NES version of that.
I had to give it quarters. Like, kind of, you're more motivated when you have to pay.
Yeah.
But, so
the lives are much more valuable.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a pretty terrible sound.
The sound?
Yeah. I don't know if you heard the beeping.
The beeping?
Yep.
Do I have? And I only get 3 lives.
I think we can give you infinite lives and infinite energy if you want it. All right. So press start.
Start.
And you get to distribute your.
Your category is still chess. They'll ban you or something. What do they do from Twitch? Penalty?
Yeah, that's a good question. What should we do? Let's do just chatting.
Oh, I get to invest.
And we'll change it to...
Special weapon.
1943. Cuddle Puppy, thank you for letting me know. Don't want to offend all the chess people.
I guess offense, I don't know.
I have no idea.
Special weapons useful too. Huh.
I don't know how much these points actually matter in this game. All right, so related to the question, one of the reasons I put that prediction up is DNA stores information, obviously. Spider Yen wants to know, could we use a protein as a memory storage device?
Yeah, it would have more density, but...
yeah, 25 bits instead of...
I think the problem with protein is we can't read it like nearly as easily, and it can't copy it. DNA has this special feature where you can copy it exponentially with a chemical reaction, the polymerase chain reaction. And so
Well, it's the double helix that's key to that, right? You can tear it apart and replicate each half.
right, that's why I guess structural biology got really nice, because once you saw the structure of DNA, it kind of makes sense how it works. And then
No, there's a really awesome line in Watson Crick's original paper when they proposed the structure. Do you know what the line is?
It did not escape our...
Yep, exactly. Do you know the actual? You should say it because it's awesome.
I don't know if I remember the exact phrase. Like it did not escape our notice that the double helix suggests a mechanism for replicating the DNA. Is that what I was?
Yeah, it was something like that. It was like, hey, look, it's obvious this is how replication works. And it was just such a subtle nod to...
Yeah. I wonder if like a reviewer was like, oh, but why, who cares? And then like, what do you think?
Who cares?
And they had to explain.
It's the origin of life on Earth and evolutionary mechanism, but that's fine. Who cares? Man, I wonder if they had to deal with the reviewers on that. It's only like a 2-page paper. It's really short.
My, one of my PhD advisors, his advisor got a Nobel Prize for scanning tunneling microscopy. Mm-hmm. And apparently their paper, because they made a microscope that could see atoms, and it was a Heinrich Rohrer when he gives his talk. Oh, he had the like referee comments, because the paper they submitted it to like physical review letters, I think. Mm-hmm. And it was like rejected because the comment was, "You can't see atoms."
That was just it. Can't see atoms.
Yeah, they're like, oh, no, it's ridiculous. They're too small. Right. and then so they did more, and like finally they got like a better... What they did was, because it was like line scanning, it was like scan one line at a time and get a topography, kind of like atomic topography. What they did was they printed out the lines and then cut them out of like 2-dimensional paper and stacked them together to make a 3-dimensional surface, and took a photograph of it. So they made this like 3D of like silicon 7x7 surface, and then and submitted that, and then they're like, okay, we believe you now, you can see atoms. But
they had to manually generate the 3D image.
Yeah, because the other one was just like sine waves, that was their data, and they sent that, and they're like, that's just like a sine wave, but that's not atoms. How do you know those aren't all these other things it could be? But once they saw the 2-dimensional surface structure that's like theoretically predicted for, it was like this reconstruction of a silicon surface.
Cuddle Puppy, are you a 2-engine fighter?
Oh, good question. I guess so. You mean the airplane?
Where's Becca, the Navy, 20-year Navy veteran? We need to know what plane this is. But it is. It's like a biplane. Yeah. What is this?
Are they talking about my muscles?
For the calendar.
For the calendar, yeah. My bishops, I like to call them.
I feel like that wasn't a thing in World War II. This game may not be realistic. I don't know.
2-engine.
Oh, by the way, Steve, you have infinite energy right now.
Oh, so I don't have to. I kept trying to dodge the bullets.
I mean, you can keep dodging bullets, but you don't have to.
It's hurting my thumb. I forgot about that. You need a strong thumb muscle.
Yeah.
For this.
Well, that's one of the speedrunners that beat this game. Like they hit the A and B button at something like 16 times a second or something ridiculous.
The A B button.
Yeah, the shooting button. Just their rapid rate of shooting is absolutely astounding.
It's my left thumb that hurts. I'm probably scary. Pushing harder than I need to.
Becca, what was the question? Sorry. We were wondering what kind of plane this was. Yeah, and whether it's realistic for 1943.
1943.
And the answer is maybe, but I don't think it would have like gunners and bombs, but whatever. It's Nintendo.
The IPAs are like tangy after the banana.
Oh, that's interesting. Cuddle Puppy wants to know, who's your favorite 17th century Belgian composer?
Oh, I wish I knew. I'm getting into music gradually too. 17th century. I'm trying to think. Jean-Claude Van Damme, maybe? Is that?
Man.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't know composers that from Belgium. Did they compose a song from this game?
Speaking of which, I reached out to a new professor at FSU.
Huh.
I gotta look up her name.
Do these big planes, are they like invincible, or just have to shoot them a lot?
I think you just shoot them a lot. I think they'll all go down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, composers. That's one of my inventions, a music invention. So I'm trying to...
And you got to see this FSU PR office regularly. They'll like send me, you know, here's a new faculty member that might be interesting to have on.
Oh, yeah.
So I sent an email to this person, but I haven't heard back yet. Let's see.
Ooh.
Put her profile in.
What's her subject?
Music, actually.
Oh, music. That's what I was thinking, because I have some friends, music professors, but is that fit your genre?
It does with her in particular. So she specializes in theoretical and analytical approaches to music and multimedia, especially video games. So
Really?
She's in like music theory, the College of Music, does music theory, but is particularly is applied to video games, which is pretty crazy.
That sounds relevant, yeah.
Yeah, but I think she just started over the summer, so we'll see.
Yeah, that would. I'm curious what songs are playing. I was wondering where, like, what they could. Oh, it's by someone saying goodbye.
Spider.
See, it was fun.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Thank you for swinging by. But yeah, I got to follow up with her. Speaking of which, if you guys in the audience have any professors at FSU that think might be a good fit for Ask a Scientist Gaming, send me an email. I'm still working on solidifying the fall schedule. I'm happy to reach out to people I haven't had on before. So yeah, send me an email or chat me or whisper or put it in chat. I don't care. I'm curious who we should have on the stream.
We should bring back the pigeon. What are they called? Courier pigeons.
Sending message that way.
Yeah. Apparently, my grandfather had a whole pigeon coop. I don't know if he sent messages with them.
Were there two engine fighters in World War II?
Yeah.
Bro, can I share a video game song I know she'd like? Like, I'm genuinely curious what research in video game and music theory like looks like. What questions, what problems, like.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, music theory. I never really studied. Like, it sounded kind of like color theory to me at first, you know, which is like this is a warm color, but I think it's more like frequencies, like the way you have like light interfering. So I'm not really sure. That's kind of what I wonder. Is it more about our perception, how it makes us feel, or is it about like how the fifth is like a, you know, what was it, like a third of the frequency or something?
And there's certain like inherent rhythms and sound combinations that feel good, some feel bad.
Is that what it is? Like like color theory?
Yeah. No, I think there's because there's like demonic chords that were banned by the church.
Yeah.
They were evil, right? And it was I don't know if it's
really?
Evil across all cultures.
The chords?
Yeah, the chord. It just the sound of it when you have like
a dissonant.
Yeah.
Which I think I was calculating where when you have like just a small interval and you pluck the strings, it's you know, like if you plot the sine waves. It's like, I kind of want to do that sometime. It's like they don't they're not resonant, right? They're dissonant, I guess, the opposite. But I feel like that's something you can calculate, physics. I guess that's sort of what I'm trying to figure out. I feel like there's some biology involved if it's like the human brain reacting to the oscillations.
Cuddle Puppy just tried to rickroll us in chat.
Oh.
Demonic lyrics banned by the church.
Oh, is that the one where you play that song?
Becca answered. I'm not sure aircraft lore. I only know about helicopters, but I know I saw aircraft that look like that, but I find it unlikely they would be a bomber without having a gunner. He'd be able to aim if it had a gunner. So maybe it's not off the wall. The Devil's Tritone is what it's called.
Tritone.
Yeah.
It's a triad.
Yep.
What is it? What are the chords, or what are the notes?
The triad and the flattened fifth.
The what, like a major?
It's an interval was given a sinister name since listeners originally found it unpleasant and surprising.
A flattened fifth? So it's like a fourth? Or...
To play the flattened fifth with the G power chord, place your first finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string. This is instructions across the board. You'll have to look that up.
Oh, yeah. All right. That's a G. Yeah.
Curious.
Huh. Well, I don't know if I want to play it, though. Is it going to summon the devil?
It's a testable hypothesis. We can make a prediction about whether we're going to play the demonic chord.
I'm not really afraid of the devil. I'm more afraid of the other one.
That's fair. Demonic chords. Our music theory. It's a myth. Oh, that's interesting. There's a discussion in music theory subreddit about the demonic chords.
So it wasn't really banned?
It's a story made up by modern musicians to feel superior to Middle Ages that have been superstitious.
That makes sense.
It is a myth. Oh, look at that. I mean, but there are chords and combinations that feel like have a negative.
Yeah. Well, I just had that with my like the G. I was playing the G and the D. My teacher was saying they're dissonant. I have to damp the G and the D because when they both play at the same time. But if it's like an A and a D, they're resonant, and that's fine. Just let them ring. But yeah, I think it's like light, right? If you got two wavelengths that cancel each other out, or they don't. Maybe they don't cancel, but they.
I mean, they make something new. That's for sure.
They interfere somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's really cool color combinations that, depending on what light you're viewing the thing under, it changes the color. Like there's something called the Alexandrite effect, where under like candlelight it's red, but under sunlight it's like greenish blue.
Oh.
And there's things like that are unique combinations of wavelengths that give you really cool patterns. So it's not off the wall that it's genuinely unique.
There was a South Park about the brown. I wonder.
So someone document that. So if we ever have a music theory person on, we can ask about the brown note.
Yeah, maybe if you. I don't know if you need to see a clip of or something, but it's.
No, I remember that episode.
Yeah,
brown note. I like it. Demonic chord and brown note. But yeah. It'd be really cool to have a music theory person on, just because I know nothing about that domain. Like, you and I still, like, speak similar language, and we have, like, similar committees, but, yeah, bring a music theory person in. It's something else.
Yeah, I especially like to find fields where there's some sort of, like, territorial boundary, like between, say, music theory and physics. I don't know if that I'm imagining there might be where there's like one thing that happened to me when I first got here. I thought I understood like light pretty well, not like you, but so some art professor asked me to was teaching a class on color. That was the title of the class. Right, so artists, I guess, need to know, like visual artists, need to know about color. And so like, oh, can you give a talk? Because I was doing a like structural color. I still do some experiments where, if you make some nanometer spacings, you can get interference.
The refractive index based,
yeah, like a diffraction grating is kind of a simple example. And anyways, so I had all my slides and I was gonna explain everything, like quantum dots and stuff like that. And then right before I was like, maybe I better check like what they mean by color, and I checked in the dictionary, and the word color doesn't mean like wavelengths of light. It's what the human eye sees. I didn't realize, and I was like suddenly, what am I gonna do? Because I got like infrared and UV. So I found like some insects that can see UV and like some snakes can see infrared, and I think that was my last minute way to fix my slides, so I didn't have to start over. But yeah, I feel like there's some kind of like they really study the same thing, but kind of have a different language or something.
Well, so there's have you heard of the CIE? It's the color rendition index and things like that. Like you can frame There's scotopic and photopic, where you can frame wavelengths within the context of human reception. And so you can actually
So there's
define
a
colors
combination.
based. Yeah, you can define colors based on what the average, rod and cone would perceive. So they have quantified perception as well as wavelength. So
How about that? Also, yeah, there's one biology professor in my department, Jim Fadul. He studies.
Fadul.
Yeah.
who was a guest on Ask a Scientist
Oh, he
Gaming.
was. Oh no, I missed it. I gotta watch the
He played
the
some
rerun.
Space Invaders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he showed some pictures of, I don't remember if they're the rods or the cones, but I think they both have these like lamellar, they're lipid bilayers, and they're all stacked up, and they look just like a Bragg reflector.
Yep. Zebrafish, right?
Yeah, zebrafish eyes. And so I'm just, and I know there's, this like the slow photon stuff. I don't know if that's still a thing, or if you have
I'm not familiar with
like a metamaterial. It's apparently, how like refractive index means the light goes a little slower. But if you make these like structured materials, you can slow the light down like really slow, or even stop it completely. And apparently that increases the probability of absorption. So they're using it for like photovoltaics. And anyway, I wonder if that happens in the retina, if the light, maybe they can absorb wavelengths
that's interesting.
that aren't exactly.
I mean, so fish would be a really good place to do that, because the number of photons they get at the bottom of the ocean is very low, right? So they need maximum absorption.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
And like animals that see, like nocturnal animals, when you like see them in the headlights, their eyes like reflect like everything too. So I don't know if that's from those Bragg reflectors, which might be slowing down the photons. I don't know.
Anyway, you can capture more of them.
Someone should look into that.
Someone should. That and demonic tones.
Yeah.
Explored a lot of space tonight.
I mean, I don't know. I did some kind of religious school for a while, and I think demonic usually just means like wrong. Like it's incorrect.
Well, wrong as defined by whoever's in charge and doesn't like it, right?
Well, I think that could be like kind of a corrupted version of it, but ideally it should be that there should be some sort of right and wrong.
Oh, Becca has a follow-up. There's an Air Force bomber that's 70 years old. I can't think of the name of it. I know it's based on the 747.
Does it have two engines?
That's a good question.
I'm not even trying to...
But there's a button you can push. Maybe it's select, where you can do like a full screen bomb or something.
Oh, I forgot about the...
there it is.
I haven't been using them. I have like 8 of them. Is that...
Yeah.
Oh, I should have used those on the... Oh, what, 6? What, why are they... No, I don't... Where are they?
I don't know.
Maybe you can't keep them when you go to the next...
All right, we just crossed 10 o'clock. Anyone just joining us, this is Ask a Scientist Gaming, mediocre gameplay, expert science. We're here together with Dr. Steve Lenhert, who's a biologist who studies lipids and nanopatterning and using those for things like biosensing. But we've been on quite a journey tonight across many different topics. It's been kind of fun.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. It would have jet engines, but it would have jet engines, but it was a turboprop.
Wait, what?
It'd be fun to have a historian on too, as well, like a World War II historian, or just something. If anyone has suggestions of FSU faculty that I should reach out to, my success rate is about, I don't know, I'll say 1 in 3 would actually be willing to do Ask a Scientist Gaming.
Why? What's the reason?
If they don't play video games, this is not a fun endeavor.
I see.
I mean, if they're busy, the number of people that had kids recently that put it off is pretty high. I mean, thankfully you're on leave this semester, which worked out pretty nice.
I would do it anyways. This is more important.
It is a good time. I mean, you got to do it once to recognize how fun it is. But, like, if some random dude from chemistry emails you and says, "Hey, do you want to play video games?" That's true. It's like they have to watch the YouTube videos to appreciate it.
Oh, I missed.
But anyway, thank you. Casey Cass, thank you for the follow. Thank you for joining us. If you have questions for Steve, throw them in chat. We are happy to answer them. Our last hour of the stream, if you guys have any questions, Steve, about lipids, about patterning, about nanobiotechnology. Well, that was interesting. Yep, extra points you can add on.
Yeah.
About banana bread beer. When it came out, it was a turboprop like the one you're flying now, but it was modernized through the years to include, I believe it was Rolls-Royce jet engines, but I could be wrong. As I said, not an expert on... I was a trauma surgeon and not a pilot. That's intense. Like an actual trauma surgeon. That's a fun domain to go down. Not necessarily fun, but intriguing at the very least.
Probably exciting, I would imagine.
Yeah.
My father's an emergency doctor. I don't know if that's different, I guess, but it's like I always have the story for dinner.
For dinner?
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Just telling you, oh man.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense. Yeah. I mean, the question I really like, I love the what movie or TV show gets your domain right and what's wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because like I want to ask that to a trauma surgeon. I want to like how good was MASH, right? How good was that at depicting the actual? I mean that was a different time frame, but obviously.
Right.
Because we have a perception of what these people do and what their life's like, and it's mostly framed by media,
right?
Domains. Like, how good is that?
Yeah.
I don't remember what you answered last time. Did you get that? Did I ask you that question?
Yeah, it sounds familiar. I don't remember either, though. What? I don't know what my domain is. Is what like.
Biology in general, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, nanotechnology. I think there was like I remember Spider-Man's.
There's some gray goo discussion.
Yeah, gray goo. Yeah. So the nanorobots like escaping from the labs, not very realistic, I think. In the vaccines, someone said, I don't know if they were joking, but apparently some people were worried about nanorobots in the vaccines, which that's nonsense.
Yeah, Cuddle Puppy was upset.
Sorry,
guest in a row that puts robots in vaccines.
I forget that some people like are serious about that.
Like genuinely believe that. Like that's crazy.
Ninja. Well, it's I think a semantic thing because bacteria I would say is a nanorobot, but that's not what people think of.
What they think. Yeah. I think there's actual like programmed inorganic robots.
Yeah.
Man, if we had that technology, that would be the least interesting thing to do.
Yeah, right.
Right? Like,
we
could cure everything if we could do that. This isn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't need to like trick people into taking it in a vaccine. I think if you.
No, I could put it in your like soda, right? I could make that delivered by any means necessary. Critical says it's got to be Avengers Infinity War. That gets it right. Quantum tunnels. Ask Eugene DePrince about that. He will rant for hours. Is personally attacked by that. The quantum tunnel or whatever they call the quantum.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh man, it's something else. Ninja physics. If you were in Tallahassee, I would have you on as a guest. We decided not to do remote streams because it's a huge pain in the ass, actually. As Steve knows, it's hard to set up a remote stream. We have to do like practice sessions and troubleshoot and.
I mean, I learned a lot, but it's probably for you harder for you.
Yeah. When we were doing it every other week, because you had to do a practice session, set up and drop off, and it was tough. Becca's following up. I'm a surgeon who specializes in trauma. However, being in the military, I was more of an ER doctor. In terms of MASH, that movie is too old and I haven't seen it since I was a kid. I will say a few things. They operated out of tents, which I don't know the Army does in fact have field surgeons. I don't know what a field surgeon does, but I'd guess they were field surgeons in MASH. I think that's true.
I wonder if they're if they had so many jokes. I imagine they might
need to cope with that.
Do trauma surgeons make jokes? I guess then like play music while they're doing their surgery. That's what I always wondered.
That was a good question.
Like in the movies, they're like that, but I don't know.
But MASH did I was younger as well, but it did this amazing balance of seriousness plus the comedy.
Right, their jokes were like serious too.
Especially the ending episodes. Spoilers for a 50-year-old show, but like Hawkeye dealing with circumstance on a bus. That's just holy crap.
I don't remember that one, but they did. They were saving lives.
Yeah, very stressful situation.
Mission clear already. Look at that thing, how many engines it has. It's like 5 engines. Oh, 6. It had 6. One of them exploded.
Yeah. I don't know if that was an effective. Those prop planes, those weren't even like turbines, right? They were. Wow. All right, we should do another prediction because we're at about 10:10, 10:30. We're going to switch over to NARC. So, do you have anything else you want to do for the next 10 minutes?
Oh. Yeah. Oh, well.
We also have.
What else do we have?
We have
My thumb?
Tetris for the
Tetris.
Nintendo. We have Tetris 2. I don't know if you knew that existed. but
I
it
don't
does.
know. Yeah, let's do that for 10 minutes. Maybe I can rest my thumb.
Tetris 2, you want to try it?
Yeah. My
So
left
this-
thumb is like, it's getting sore. It's this muscle. I don't know. I should know the name of the
I
muscle.
don't
What's
know
the?
what that is.
Maybe Becca the Jarhead. Do you know the name of this muscle?
The muscle across the thumb.
This one's sore. Or do you have any advice for, game I have to play for like an hour or more? But okay.
All right.
Switch.
We're switching over.
Yeah.
We're going to do Tetris 2. So Steve has played a lot of Tetris 1. Very few people have played Tetris 2 for the NES. So this was released, I think it was for the console in 1993. So this was a later game. They changed the shapes.
Oh, new shapes.
Are you ready for this?
I haven't played old Tetris for a long time. What does this mean? Speed? Should I do medium? I guess.
I would start on low just for
Too late. Oh, well.
start.
Not too late. Okay. One player. What am I doing? Pushing the wrong button, I think.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen,
New shape.
Tetris 2.
Oh, whoa. How do I?
Is Tetris 2 a category on Twitch? It probably should be.
Oh. This is, looks like an antibody.
It's all coming together, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
That one. You can
screaming.
rotate them like both ways, not left and right. Okay. Yeah, this might be what got me interested in chemistry, maybe subconsciously. It seems like.
The color scheme is just a nightmare.
What? Oh, do the colors mean anything?
I don't think so.
Oh, they do. They disappear when you get enough of them next to each other.
For real?
Yeah, well, I think this might disappear. Yeah, some just.
Huh. So it's lines and colors.
I guess you just get 3 in a row and then they disappear.
Oh, look at that.
Ah, easy game.
Wow.
And I guess you also have to get them all. Uh-oh. That might not have been wise.
That's okay. No pressure playing Tetris 2.
Yeah,
10, 11 at night after 2 beers.
at least it's slow.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to get rid of this, like hovering. And the ones on the bottom right are flashing. Oh, why did those disappear?
Man. Yes, it is very common to listen to music during surgery. Keep in mind that surgeries can last literally 12 hours in terms of jokes. We never joked in my hospital after I became chief of medicine. I officially put in the rule book that we weren't to joke or mess around during procedures. I mean, there are... if anyone records that or anything, lawsuits galore.
Oh, lawsuits.
Yeah. What a weird looking piece.
Oh, I
but
didn't
it
know. That was
drops.
lucky. Yeah, I didn't know that would
I
happen.
honestly never played this. I just saw it
Really?
when I was searching
Ah.
for Tetris for you, and I was like,
Thanks.
Tetris 2.
I still don't understand why sometimes they disappear, and I mean, I guess it's just the color, and I didn't notice.
Oh, you got an answer. That is the NAR muscle. A
Oh,
muscle you use when you touch your index finger and your thumb together.
yeah. What Thenar? How Thenar? Thenar.
Thenar.
Thanks. Yeah, it needs some rest.
From gaming.
Yeah.
I mean, so I watch some Twitch streamers regularly, and this is their profession. But,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
I'm sure it
play
strengthens.
6 to 12 hours a day. Like they sometimes get hurt, and they have to not play video.
Oh.
games. Like it's
Yeah, it's a physical sport.
yeah. No,
So-
there's definitely an exertion involved.
I saw a commercial for some esport thing with cream cheese. Is it? Have you seen that? Is that
No, I
funny or?
haven't. I have no idea.
Cream. I don't remember where I saw it. It was like Netflix.
Mainstream. Wow, so that line doesn't even clear them.
Which line?
The bottom
Oh, the
one,
bottom?
you got a full
Oh,
line.
no,
and
that was
didn't actually
my-
clear.
Oh, but
So Tetris 2 completely abandoned the line strategy.
so I'm okay. That's messing up my.
Yeah.
Oh, those disappeared though, and they didn't fall first, so that's good. Ooh, this is 3 in a row, but then those yellow ones are out of place.
Weird. Why didn't this game take off? Yeah. All right, we should do another prediction. How about the Moore's? Oh, let's do this one, the one we put off.
Oh, yeah.
All right, everyone, it is time for another prediction. Get your standard internet units ready. All right, we're going to have 2 minutes to answer this prediction. If you're not following us, click the follow button, get your standard internet units and spend them on this. Make your prediction by weight, as in total mass. 60% of the human brain is water, or is it lipids? Which one of those two is 60% of the human brain? Yeah, ask a scientist honor policy. Don't look it up. Don't Google it. Don't search it. Just answer the question the best you can and gamble according to how confident you are in those answers. Depending on if you've done this before or not, on the top of your chat, you'll see a button that says predict. Click that predict button and you can gamble as many of your standard internet units as you want. Those standard internet units are good for making us, answer a factoid or make us drink, but not useful for anything beyond this channel, so not too useful. But nonetheless, for pride purposes, you should gamble as much as possible to get your answer correct. Pride purposes. So grandiose. Oh, man. How are you feeling about Tetris 2 right now?
I feel like, I have a lot to learn. Like, I'm not thinking... I'm just kind of, like, trying to make 3 in a row, and I'm not optimizing, like, where they fall after that. But that didn't collapse the way I thought it would. I think.
Man, there's another one of these games. Do you want to try another weird one?
Yeah.
There's one called Yoshi Cookie. No, Yoshi. What was it?
You think I'm gonna be able to make the NARC? Last time I felt a little incompetent.
No worries. We'll start at 10. Do you want to try another weird stacking game?
Yeah,
like
sure.
this?
Yeah.
All right. I think it's Yoshi is the game. Tetris 2 is a disaster, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going to try Yoshi, which this one I think was underappreciated because this one is actually fun. I'd go with Type A.
I remember this character from Mario.
So what you're doing...
What am I doing?
So they can only fall where they are, but you can move the stacks around.
Ah.
So if you click a button, you can move him anywhere you want. I think you want to stack up 3 of them.
Ah. Oh, so it's like organizing like the lipids.
Yep. But you're doing so with Mario.
I can't, and I need 3 in a row?
Go left. Yep.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't remember how you have to do it. But then you can also have his shell and you can stack them up and like sandwich
you just
them.
need 2 of them?
So I think if you put these next to each other, it'll probably die.
Like there's going to be 3 of them.
I don't know if this works or not.
I mean, I hope there's more than 4 kinds of...
Nope.
Oh.
Sorry, I led you astray.
But that was a good experiment. No.
All right. Oh, submissions have closed. So, Steve, what is the answer? 60% of the human brain by weight is lipids, or is it water?
Lipids, surprisingly, to me. That was surprising.
Lipids.
What were the odds? Everyone thought lipids.
3-1, but they bet heavily on lipids.
Oh, they did. Yeah.
So they're correct, but they didn't give many internet units.
Like the textbook always says, we're mostly water, and water's so important. But
so on average, the whole body is something like 70% water.
Yeah.
But the human brain is unique.
Yeah. Which, I don't know. I find that, like, this back to my idea that maybe organic chemistry that kind of might happen in lipids might be more important than most people.
So that shell, you can put it underneath one of them, and then if you get the top half of the shell, it'll sandwich all them into it.
So I should collect them in there, huh?
Yep.
The one, like, the misfits.
Yep.
Was that too... Sorry.
Oh, so they're right there. You have a top of the shell.
I wasted it. Okay. And I got another bottom.
60% by mass lipids, and so that's just like all the myelin sheath plus all the membranes of the neurons.
It's mostly, I think myelin sheaths is what does it. I'm curious. Yeah, how did they figure that out? I think they might have cracked our. Like we try to trick them, right? So they're like, we would think it's water. So is that how they figured it out?
Oh yeah, well, also you're an expert in lipids, so
yeah, right.
The meta information.
I had to search for a while, to find something
I mean, that's an interesting game we play on Ask a Scientist, because we regularly
Oh,
the question is, why would they ask if the answer was obvious?
yeah.
So next time you're on, you'll have to do 70% of the body is water or lipids.
I think what was the one where it was like 98%? That question, I think it might have sounded like we were trying to. We're trying to say, there's a lot of information in the DNA, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they said, there must be the bigger one.
Yeah.
But you gotta mix it up, I guess.
Did they use the meta information to decide that?
Yeah.
So anyway, this is Yoshi.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was an underappreciated Dr. Mario / Tetris-esque game.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Finally use the sandwich. Oh. These didn't switch. What happened? Okay.
You said by mass, but no contradiction. What you said, the brain has 80% water, but not by mass. No, the entire body has 70% water. And I think it's still by mass, but it's most of your organs and everything are water-based. Anything that has heavy circulation is water-based, but I think the brain is unique. Because the brain doesn't bleed. There's not a lot of blood or anything circulating through the brain.
Oh, good point about the blood, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also a lot of lipids in blood. It's water, but there's these droplets.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically like milk. So
it's thick water.
Yeah.
It's still water mostly.
It must be, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like droplets of water in oil.
Didn't expect the brain to have so many lipids. Yeah. Your brain is just a lot of fatty materials.
That's
why low-fat diets for babies and little kids are so dumb and dangerous, super damaging. It's not a health thing.
I'm not even sure. From what I heard, there was some. I don't know if this is myth, but I think sometime in the 80s there was somebody who just made a campaign that fat's bad for you.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was. Oh, that's in the wrong place. I don't know if it's really bad for you or not. I guess I'm not. I know that there's some correlation with heart disease. It's pouring oil down the sink.
Yeah.
Or it plugs the arteries. But
it's going to be one of those things. It's always a balance of moderation versus excess.
But it's water is sort of cheap biologically, right? It's everywhere. The lipids you have to eat, something else is alive or synthesize it. It's not. It doesn't. They don't just.
It's a good point.
Not you don't just find it.
The atom economy of it all.
Yeah.
Right. It's easier to have water.
That's it's a big investment for the cell to make all those.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't plan too well with some of these.
No worries. Literally your first time playing this game.
Uh-huh.
I saw this on the shelf the other day when my daughter sometimes take cartridges out of the Nintendo collection. I was like, oh yeah, Yoshi, I remember that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's the ones you forget about. This one was released later, so it probably fell behind during the SNES days.
Uh-huh.
But anyone that has questions for Steve Lenhert, he does nanobiotechnology as well as lipids, patterning, biosensors. He's happy to answer any questions you guys have. Happy to talk about chess as well. It's been a journey for us tonight.
And Go is my new one. I like Go because it's really easy to find someone to beat me.
Oh. Yeah, that's fair. And then there's a welcoming Go community on Twitch apparently, which is
very friendly.
Yeah.
And I figured out how to put banners on the Go site, and so they just do one of those, and suddenly they have 20 viewers.
Banners on the Go site? There's a Go Discord or what is it?
It's just a place where you play against other people. It's OGS. That's the one where I play.
The game server. Okay.
Yeah, the good players play on other servers, but at my level, I can play on this. It's online Go server. I got first place.
Leaderboard. Tetris has a very good community too. Tetris Music, there are two kinds of communities. Yeah, Tetris, they recently had one of their championships, I think.
Oh,
Which
really?
is kind of fun, yeah.
Oh.
Now, there's this major breakthrough in chess gameplay. You guys aren't keeping track of this, so...
Oh, yeah.
So one of the major things you have to do in chess is move things sideways. What they figured out is if you, like, tap the back of it, you can move faster.
Oh, in Tetris?
Yeah, and they've essentially broken the game.
By tapping?
Yeah, it's like a rolling technique or something, where basically you press the button and you tap the back so you can get 4 hits very quickly.
Oh.
So if you need to move it 5 spaces over, you do this.
Oh.
And it's much faster.
Oh, that's... Yeah.
And that rolling technique completely broke the Tetris community.
Wow.
So, fun factoid for the day. All right. 1024, you going to try another one? Or, I mean, we could move to NARC.
Yeah.
I think you're going to go.
How long do you think it'll take me to do NARC? Yeah, you can decide it.
A half hour is
You remember last time I was like a little delayed?
Yeah, and it was remote stream, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, maybe that's true. You can help me. So I don't know if there's What else is there?
Let's do it. Do Tetris 2, F-Zero, Space Invaders. We don't have enough time to really go to a big one. Tetris became popular among Zoomers because of a meme, and then all the old guard got pushed out by the new Zoomer techniques. That's interesting. The rolling technique actually goes back to arcades, where people would like roll over the buttons to push as fast as possible. But anyway, I've watched way too many history of video games YouTube videos. All right, should we move on to NARC? It's a time.
Okay,
Ladies and gentlemen, Ask a Scientist gaming tradition. Before you press start, let's make sure we have our scoreboard up. All right, there's your time. Are you ready for this, Steve?
Okay.
So this was on when you were playing last time. You just didn't know it.
The timer? Oh yeah.
Becca, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Join us in a couple weeks. We'll have physicist Christiane Beekman will be on. She does 2D materials for like magnetism and electronics and things like that. So yeah, come back, join us 2 weeks, every other Wednesday night from 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern time. So Becca, thank you again for joining us. And thank you for the insights in both the trauma surgery as well as everything else.
Yeah, great comments. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. NARC, let's
ready to go.
Press start. Do you remember the buttons?
Nah.
Okay. So tapping B jumps, holding B squats.
Oh.
Tapping A is a rocket, holding A is bullets.
Oh, and can I die?
No, you have infinite life
okay.
and infinite rockets, so you are fine.
Oh, all right.
Yep. And
Okay.
then the goal is walk right and find a door.
All right. And I'm being timed. Okay, so.
Yeah, no pressure. Yeah, there's literally no advantage in killing any of these guys.
Oh, all right. Thanks.
But you can practice tapping B and A, which will help you against the
good
final
idea.
boss.
Yeah, I remember
There's the
I was
door.
having trouble controlling. Oh, okay, yeah.
It's the door. All right, if anyone has questions, Steve Lenhert is playing NARC. It's tradition on Ask a Scientist Gaming. We play this terrible, just B-rated game. Red card. You're on a roll.
Yeah, red card? Oh,
Yep, you picked up that red card, so now you're trying to find a door.
the dog killed me.
Yep.
But I have infinite lives.
Yep. No,
You might. Oh, yeah. I remember like I got lost one time too. Do I go in all the doors? No.
No. So here you just go to the end, find the key card, go through that.
Circle red. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Gotta change stream info. And don't want to be in the Tetris.
Oh yeah, I kept crashing the car. I remember last time.
Yep. When I learned that this individual is a chemist, the one that's wearing black,
Huh?
makes heroin apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what the Nintendo manual says.
Yeah. From morphine, I guess. Is that what?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, that was my organic chemistry class. It was like in Philadelphia, and it was all about like how to make drugs. I guess that's what everyone wanted to know.
I mean, it's an easy talking point. People pay attention when you talk about it. I get it.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
So up here, you're gonna have to shoot the guys in black with bullets.
Ah.
So holding A when they're close to you.
Oh, I see. Yeah, holding and then tapping is rockets, huh?
Yep. But these guys, you want to hold A.
Ah, cool. I got the bullets. I have infinite bullets, though.
Yeah. Doesn't really help you. You have to do it when they're relatively close to you.
Ah.
Oh, there it is.
Ah, all right. I'm gonna roll. I see. So you need cards to get through the doors. Why do they have cards instead of keys?
I mean, this was advanced 1988 technology.
I see.
So
It's like futuristic
yeah.
drug lords.
Oh, here you go.
Oh,
Here's
this
the
is
car
hard.
level.
Do I draw?
You having flashbacks?
Yeah. I gotta like jump in the car or something, right? Then,
Yeah. When you get to it.
So tap. I have trouble remembering tapping. I need a mnemonic or something to remember. Tapping is jumping.
Critical, yes. NARC was one of the first ultraviolet games ever released. It started the debate on violent video games. Yes, the
Really?
arcade version in particular was. So when they ported this to NES, they got rid of all the blood and stuff like that. But yeah, I regularly vomit watching this gory gameplay. It's only gory because we crash into things.
I remember I kept crashing into that. Like,
You gotta
I go this
slow.
way. Oh, that's what.
Holy crap! Steve is the first person to make it past the garbage cans and the
Really?
3 bombs. Yes.
Because I remember
No one has made that.
What's this guy?
far with the car. That's
guy's
Joe Rockhead.
He's punching me in the car.
Yep.
He's like totally slowed me down too.
Yeah. So. Yeah, NARC was the first one, the arcade game, but it was really Mortal Kombat and Doom that they used when they did their congressional hearing. Those were the ones that were really talked about a bunch.
Huh.
So yeah, he stops the entire velocity of your car just by standing
By punching it. Oh, again?
there. I think this might take you more time than just walking.
Yeah. I really like the car though. Oh.
Yeah. So you can
can't
get
do
around him if you like go up and down. You can get away from him a little bit.
Yeah, you might be right about that. You gotta dodge him, I guess. Okay.
There's a wall to your right
Oh, thanks.
that you're gonna hit. You have to hit it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, so that was
You were the first person to make the car past the first section. So
I remember.
congratulations.
That's all I remember from the last game was I was like traumatized. I just got this nice car and crashed it immediately. Does that happen to everyone then?
Pretty much. Yeah. I should make a compilation of people crashing the car into the dumpster.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's so nice.
All right, we could talk about NARC all night, but if anyone has science questions for Steve or me or whatever, we are happy to talk about them. Throw them in chat now. We have about 30 minutes left. Steve, you're on a roll, though. You might beat this one in record time.
Oh.
But the key is going to be jump rocket. So if you can tap B and rocket in the air. So B and A,
yeah, I remember I couldn't do that before.
That's the hard one. So, yeah. You have 7 frames. So like 1/10 of a second is your jump and rocket time. It's a small army of dogs behind you.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's not shooting rockets when I'm in there. I'm not tapping fast
You're
enough?
holding it too long.
Huh.
Yep.
Huh.
All right. Oh no! It came back to bite you.
I need more practice anyways.
Yeah. Now watch the speedrun tutorial. It'll work out.
Huh. I can't shoot rockets in the air. I can shoot them on the ground.
Yeah, it's tough. The jump rocket is you have to tap B and then tap A. There you go. So you want to tap it on the way down a little later than you are. Does this count as coaching? I think it's still fair game for your time.
Oh,
You practice.
Oh, you're not supposed to coach?
I don't know. There are no rules on this. But there is a lively competition.
Ah. Yeah, I remember that too. I made it to the boss. I don't think I even did it in the end.
No. You have a DNF or did not finish under your scoreboard. So this time around, you got to do it.
This guy again.
That's okay. We have plenty of time.
I still have trouble with the rocket, like the timing. There's something about the timing.
And so you mentioned you have a class synthetic biology. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's a section of a. It's
Like the liberal studies or something.
it's it's biology for non-majors.
Yeah.
It's a big class. It's like has 1,000 students
Holy
in
crap.
the Ruby Diamond.
That's the one that Greg Erickson regularly teaches.
Yeah.
I think he likes that class.
He loves it. Yeah, He has a lot of energy, that guy. It was like, he played the punk rock songs.
So if you stay on the bottom, you'll be safe.
Oh, all right. Can't even jump anymore.
Yep,
thanks.
keep going. You'll be safe.
All right.
All the way to the end, you'll go to a wall.
Yeah, they're always on the bottom. Oh, okay, that's the end anyway.
Yep.
I gotta jump over that thing?
What's that like teaching a class of 1,000?
Yeah. I don't know. One thing I remember, it was like at the end, there was this one kid was like completely asleep. Like they all left, right? It's 1,000 kids, and there's one like asleep in his chair. And I kind of like, some people were like, "Oh, I'm insulted," but not me. I was like, anyway, I had to wake him up. It was like, oh, everyone left. But no, I don't know. It's not that different than streaming on Twitch for thousands of viewers, right? Is that how many viewers
Thousands.
do you have? Yeah,
Literally
10,000, tens of viewers.
Tens, severals of viewers.
Yeah,
We probably get 100 unique viewers a night.
That's a lot.
So that's not too bad. I can't complain. Won't be quitting my day job, but I think I wouldn't want to anyway.
I need to consistently shoot rockets.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. 'Cause you still got to go fast.
Yeah, when I was streaming for a while, Go, and then there was something where you could become a affiliate.
Oh yeah, affiliate status.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I got to do all this stuff, and then I made it, and I read the thing, and I was like, basically, I just get commercials. I was like, is there any other reason to?
Well, it enables predictions.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
but then they have to watch commercials.
Yep.
I feel like I should be like,
Oh,
what happened? Did I go the
you
wrong
went
way?
through the door too far, so go right. But after you go through the door, don't keep going up. But yeah, you get the affiliate status. The reason we did it is because of predictions.
Yeah, that's nice.
I really like the way we use predictions.
Oh, I did it again.
Science questions, they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a good.
But if you're not doing predictions, I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah.
Unless you want subscribers, like people can pay to follow you and they can donate and stuff like that with affiliate status.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make money, but
Happy Polymer, do commercials pay you? I can look up the total pay from commercials since we started streaming. I'm going to show you. The answer is yes. We do get money from. Oh man, I looked this up at one point because it's absolutely absurd. So we'll go back to January 2020 when we first started streaming.
I don't know why.
All right, so we got affiliate status in January of 2020, and since then we have made, presumably you get at least one ad every time you log in. Since then, with, hundreds of viewers per stream every other week, we have made $7.89 on ads. So you make like less than a penny per ad.
Yeah, you probably need a lot of viewers, I guess.
Yeah. If you have like thousands of viewers, it might add up pretty quickly. But for us, we've made $7.89 over the last roughly 2 years of streaming. So yeah, it's annoying. I wish we didn't have to do the ads, but I really like the prediction feature. So
yeah. Did I tell you my science casino idea, which was predictions?
No.
Oh yeah, it's I don't know. I need to get back into it. Like an experiment, you shouldn't really know what's gonna happen. I guess it's not technically an experiment if you do. And so my idea was to have people bet on the experiments.
So you're gonna have to shoot the Rambo. There you go, green card.
What's the the result of the experiment? Basically, just for any time you do an experiment, have a prediction, have people bet on it. That's all.
Have like an audience view on it.
So you'd have to figure out who would. I was trying to do it with my group, like the lab meeting. We have points.
Yeah.
When I'm going to do this experiment next week. Do you think the solution's going to turn green or not? And I can't shoot rockets like consistently. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, I think you're pressing it too far down.
Too far down.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Yeah. Oh yeah, just really tap it.
Very gentle. Yep.
I thought I wasn't pushing it hard enough. Thanks.
Cuddle puppy. I think the trick to making money with this stream is to make obscure scientific formula into NFTs.
Yeah.
If my goal was to make money, I would not stream science and retro video games. Yeah. No, at no point will I be quitting my day job regardless of the number of NFTs we sell. obscure NFTs. Can you make an NFT out of it? I suppose you can, right? There's no.
I don't know what they are exactly.
Right?
They're just like an image. I thought.
Yeah, but they're like you own the image and nobody else can use it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, brilliant!
Oh yeah. I can do it maybe 1 out of 3 times now. Well, maybe not. I thought I
I
could.
think you're still pushing a little too far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was perfect. That second to last one. Critical save image as. There we go.
Is that why we can't do a screenshot or something?
Of just us, like NFTs for each one of our streams. And somebody owns our image. I don't know. That's crazy. I think the trick to making money with the stream is NFTs. Is the second quote of the night.
I remember when I was an undergraduate, I wanted to kill something. I made websites for about.com.
Yeah.
They used to.
You have the card.
Oh, I do have it. Oh.
Yep. You have the blue and the red.
How do you tell?
You don't own the image. You own the image's address.
To add.
That sounds about right. They're smart enough to let you do that. They're smart enough to not let you do that. So you have to control print screen or snip the screen. Yes. That's our loophole in NFTs. I don't know enough about it. I clearly don't understand it because people are making money.
Oh yeah, I guess it's like cryptocurrency. I guess the value goes up.
Yeah. Pyramid scheme. I like it. And I feel like we haven't done a science question in a while, so I have to ask you something.
Ah, yeah.
You're also flying through this, so kudos to you.
So.
Oh, man. Oh, this is a fun one. If you could completely change your research, like a 2-year sabbatical or restart grad school, what would you choose?
Yeah.
Music theory of video games?
Oh, I have to completely change? I don't know. I'm kind of into this organic chemistry stuff, but yeah, maybe music. That would be. But I'm too old. I think you got to start that like when you're 3 or something.
I don't know if that's true. Music theory, you're probably okay.
Oh, maybe theory.
Yeah, because that's harmonics and overtones and understanding nature of music.
Where are we starting?
Wheelchair guy, you got to shoot a rocket. Like right now, you have 2 years to change disciplines completely. Start a new graduate program.
Yeah. I'm thinking. It's a big decision.
Yeah. It really is.
What am I like, because usually you have an undergraduate, and so it's and it's got to be completely like organic chemistry is my first thought. I didn't really do organic chemistry.
Yeah, I know. I think that's fair. That's different enough. You'd have to actually get in the lab and do synthesis and purification.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it, and I had a class called organic chemistry, but I got to kill this guy. You said, right?
Yep.
Rocket.
Wheelchair guy.
Oh, the wheelchair guy. He's fast.
So rockets. Yep. There you go. 1 inchworm.
I got to kill more of them.
Yep. You have to kill him 2 more times before he drops the gold card. But your rockets are going well now. So now you have to shoot those guys before... Oh, there he goes.
I don't have a lot of control over the rockets. I'm just trying to shoot them.
You're holding it a little bit too long. So if you do 7 frames, it doesn't shoot anything. If it's 6 frames or less, you shoot a rocket.
Oh, I see. And if I push it too hard, it's like more frames.
Organic chemistry and biochemistry are the same thing.
That's
right?
that's what I thought. But apparently they've split. They've like, the Catholics and the Protestants. Like they used to be the same, and then now they're not.
Oh, nice shot.
Yep.
Sniped.
Oh, thanks.
One more.
Because organic chemistry happens in organic solvents, and biochemistry is in water, I guess. I could be wrong about that, too. That's my current...
There's a contingent of organic chemistry that's trying to do reactions in water.
In water? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Because there's a journal called, I think, ACS Green Chemistry, where they love water as a solvent rather than things like dichloromethane.
Yeah.
It's like...
Are there biochemists doing... reactions in organic solvents?
I mean, they should. That's inside the membrane.
That's what that's what I'm trying to argue, but I don't know.
Yeah. so you have the gold card, so you're good.
Oh, I got it. The one. How long ago? How do you tell?
The thing that dropped that you picked up,
Oh,
the thing
you
that
just
says
remember?
safe, that was the gold card.
Ah.
Also, I know this game really well.
Yeah.
You can watch my 30-minute speedrun tutorial going through every nuance of this game.
Oh.
I spent a lot of time.
Oh, this guy.
All right, so you got to go to the top of the screen
Uh-huh.
and run away from him, and then turn back and then jump shoot him in the hat.
Uh-huh. And it has to be at the top? I'm still got my...
Oh, something super cool. When I was in Jacksonville, I lived next door to someone who worked on Fat Man and Little Boy. That's pretty cool. Nicest people I ever met. It's like Manhattan Project. That's amazing. Computer science. So now I'm 35. I'm taking Intro to Computer Science and learning that 2/3 of the people in the class have no experience with programming.
Oh, I forgot about computer science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, computer science, a lot of people that go into it think they're going to program video games. They don't fully understand what computer science is.
My cousin does that. Yeah.
Does actual video games?
Yeah, he went to work for a company that makes video games. I imagine he's programming them. Maybe they got him doing something else, but
That's pretty cool.
Arthur, he came to our last
Yeah, going into an intro class at 35 is tough.
35.
Yeah, just because, I mean, you're surrounded by just young kids.
Ooh,
oh, there you
I got
go.
one.
All right, now rockets to the face. You don't have to jump anymore.
Oh. Oh, you just have to get one?
Yeah, just one to get rid of his
That's
hat.
a relief. I thought I had to
And
do
go
that.
to the top of the screen and let him get a little closer. Come on, what the heck? Maybe go to the other side. I don't know why he's not blown up. He should be a skeleton by. There you go. All right, now it's bullets.
Oh.
Just hold A. And you got to like move around on the screen because you can't shoot him when you're on the top. You did it. You passed the
hard part?
jump shot.
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, so go left.
I had to like train.
Get away from him. Yeah, a year and a half of training.
Yeah, I've been like, secretly practicing every
Steve
morning.
didn't actually have a kid. He just played this every night. And just go and turn back and shoot more. Sometimes you'll get lucky.
He's pretty fast.
So you can't be that high on the screen. You got to go down a little bit. Yeah, if you really want to know how terrible this fight is, you have to watch the tutorial because they made very particular rules on how you can shoot this guy, and it is horrible.
Huh. Does it like give you a notification when you hit him? Something like
Numbers will pop up on the screen and one of the vertebrae will disappear.
and it has to do with like where you are on the
On the y-axis when you start firing and what his position is. It is the most annoying boss in video games. Congress should have had a hearing about this boss, really. All right, we're coming to the end of the stream sometime soon. If anyone has suggestions on people we can raid. So do you have regular people you raid? Or is it
yeah,
whoever's streaming and go.
yeah, whoever's, but you know, I know who they are, or sometimes like some chess streamers.
Yeah.
I don't think they know me though.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you get known, right? You just raid people and see if they...
But usually, is anyone streaming Go? I don't know. But...
I can look.
Yeah, because they raid me now too. That's I mean, yeah, it's pretty small. Go.
There's a Korean streamer.
What's that? How many viewers? There's that Twitch thing. That's like a bot. The Twitch plays Go.
Oh, that's a bot that just plays against computer?
Yeah. Looks like...
Go.
I don't know who that... Oh, no, that's a bot too. Yeah. No Go streamers. Oh, wait, who's that? Turn Manja. Yeah, he's cool. The Korean guy.
Which one? This guy?
Yeah. Yeah, he raids me too.
That's awesome. I mean, it's nice to have a welcoming community. Like,
and when you follow him, he like... I don't know how to describe it. You have to follow him. There's this like... He goes like, oh, and then like this little cartoon pops up and he's like, thank you. It's like, it's really cute. You have to, yeah.
How I feel about a bunch of scientists raiding. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. I'm not getting any hits. That's fun.
There you go.
Oh, that's so you have to complain, I guess.
It has to know you're angry.
Yeah.
It's perception based.
That were okay. All right. It's dead.
Man, I don't even know how to. Oh, go to the right.
Oh,
There it is.
made it. Who's that?
Way ahead of schedule. That's
Really?
Mr. Big.
And I gotta fight more?
Nope, you're done.
Done. All
So
right.
go through the door. You're going to do civil forfeiture of the level.
Ooh, I forgot the name of this muscle, the thumb muscle, the tier.
The thalinum, something
need
like
those?
that. No, you don't need
Oh.
any of this. Just go to the door. And you're going to find out where you're sitting on the scoreboard now. 2311.
That's the end.
Yep, that is
Okay.
the end. You beat NARC. Legit
Nice.
this time.
Yeah.
No help, no support. Thenar, there it is.
Thenar.
Thenar
My
muscle.
thenar muscle.
All right, so 2311 puts you at eighth
Eighth. Okay.
out of how many have we had?
Yeah. Was I the only one who didn't finish that?
Yes, you're the only one that did it remotely.
Oh, okay.
So anyone else, if they go far enough and they get frustrated, I'll take over. So, yeah, congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, I remember I couldn't shoot the rockets like at all. Yeah, the time tapping was.
Is that a command? There we go.
Oh, do I
Alright.
put my name in?
Yeah, you can put your initials in. I mean, it's going to disappear as soon as I close this window.
Oh,
but
well,
for
okay.
pride purposes, you can do it nonetheless.
All right.
2311 isn't a bad time.
Yeah.
So the current world record is 9 minutes and 4 seconds.
Wow.
So I have the former world record at 9 minutes and 7 seconds.
Oh,
And I got beat about a
3
month
seconds.
and a half ago.
Oh no.
Yeah,
wow, I didn't
exactly.
realize you were
No,
that competitive.
So, no, it started out as a challenge from chat, and then I was like, I'm
Yeah.
going to learn how to do it. And then I figured it out, and I got the record. I held it for about a year, and then somebody
Really?
the former world record holder came back.
Oh,
And I actually coached him through, like,
Yeah.
strategies and stuff.
Ah.
But it worked out.
nice.
All right. Oh, sorry.
It
go
was
ahead.
impressive how you knew like how many frames.
Yeah. So we've actually done, I don't know if you're familiar with tool assisted speedruns, but you can actually program in each button push frame by frame, and you can figure out how long it takes. And
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, if you're really interested, watch the 30-minute tutorial, because every
Yeah.
detail we learned about this is in there.
The
Talking to you, Cuddle Puppy, that's a challenge.
Yeah.
Beat the record. Anyway. All right. I mean, I'm content if you are, unless there's something you want to do for the last 8 minutes.
Can't think of anything unless there's any more questions, I guess.
Unless there's a last minute question, we'll give about 30 seconds. If you have any questions, throw them in chat. If not, we're going to do a raid sometime soon. But yeah, 23 minutes. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Consider that a victory.
Yeah. I did have the practice from the last stream, I guess.
Yeah,
too.
that's true. You're a veteran now. Cuddle Puppy, let's just say my speed run will be unique. So I'm the moderator of the NARC speedrun board. So anytime somebody submits it, I'm going to see it. So Cuddle Puppy, I look forward to seeing your contribution to the NARC speedrunning community. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, if there's no last questions, I think we'll call it quits there. Steve, thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure. I'm really glad we got to do this in person, because
Yeah.
I mean, remote was fun, but it was a battle to get it going. In person, it's just so easy. It's so casual to interact. So I'm glad we got to make it up and do an in-person stream, especially the first week of classes, which most people are busy. Thankfully, you have release, which is awesome. So I really appreciate that. Any parting words for our audience?
Yeah, it's a great honor to be on this stream. Thanks.
I'll give you one last plug. If anyone wants to check out Steve's stream.
Yeah, I need to get. So I did that, like the qualification for affiliate, and then I like haven't streamed since because I was like, oh, I just get commercials.
So you just completely bailed. If you guys are interested, Triboluminescence, which you created that profile just to check out Roper's stream, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah, I had to make a Twitch profile to watch the first stream.
Yeah. And now it's your official
Yeah.
your official profile. But if you guys want to check out Steve's stream, it's Triboluminescence. He does Go and chess. Any particular schedule or?
No, I was thinking I could make a schedule. I was doing it every like Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got really good lessons from the viewers. That's something nice. Like the average viewers like better than me at Go. But I'm trying to think what to do different with it. Maybe make it more like get some scientists maybe. Huh?
Yeah, I think a consistent schedule definitely helps, so people can know when to catch you. But
if anyone has any more questions too, you can email or
exactly.
message.
You can search both of our names. We are publicly available.
Yeah.
You can see our information in the About Us tab.
I appreciate all the
questions. But
questions.
it's been a lot of fun. Thank you for all your questions and comments, and it's brought us down many interesting routes. We really appreciate it. 2 weeks from now, our scientist will be Christiane Beekman. She's a physicist, a solid-state condensed matter physicist that does 2D materials, and she's interested in things like magnetic and optical properties of those materials, and also making like heterostructure devices and using them for various things, from like light to electricity conversion, or like memory and stuff like that. So Christiane, I don't know what she's going to be playing yet, but she's going to let me know. But yeah, in 2 weeks, which will mean it'll be, when is that? That'll be September 7th. So join us again September 7th for our next guest. Until then, it's been a pleasure, and stick around. We're going to raid. We decide we're going to do a Ghost Streamer.
Yeah, that's who I
yeah, let's
can't
do
think
it.
of anyone else. Yeah, turn manja.
All right. Sounds good, everyone. Thank you again. It's always a pleasure. Enjoy our time we spend together, and we'll see you guys again in 2 weeks.